What's going on, everyone? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Let's Talk About It. And
Let's talk about it.
This is going to be the stuff edition.
What?
We're going to talk. We're going to talk a little Ms. Monopoly. We're going to talk about Monopoly for millennials. We're going to talk about some Funko Pops, and we're going to talk about some skunk stank.
Skunk stank is domination
Stank.
in my place right now.
Hey, Valerie. I put a link over in the chat if you want to come in. But
gotta open up the side chat here.
Yeah, there's a couple of people in there. I was at a local Walmart a little while ago, and they are well stocked on the Monopoly for millennials.
Are you kidding me?
I counted 50.
I still have yet to see them in our Walmart. So,
and they're $19.98. Oh, the young lady that was working in the toy department asked her if they were going to get some Ms. Monopolies in, and she said they're waiting for them to come in. And she said they're supposed to get a bunch of them too. But
I thought the Monopoly for millennials was a limited run.
Well, apparently not, because they've got a crap load of them on the shelf.
Oh, wow. Shouldn't have bought all those last year.
Did you buy some last year?
Yeah.
Well, Todd, they still might sell through what they've got, and because there's some millennials are now older this year than they were last year, and they didn't get it because their parents thought maybe they're not interested in it. And
I can't believe they made more of them.
Well, they did.
Really?
Yep. Hey, David.
Well, I guess I'm a SOL.
Valerie, I hand delivered your hat to the post office, so you should have it in probably by Monday.
Wait, what hat? I didn't get a hat.
Well, I had one that she really wanted, so I said it was supposed to go to her like a couple of days after her birthday, but you can see how that goes.
Yeah.
So she should get it She should get it. Let's see, today's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. She should have it Monday or Tuesday. She'll look spiffy in it because it's a pretty spiffy hat. Honey, I'm not fighting with you. I will go put you in the bedroom with your brothers. So anyway, how many do you have, Todd?
About 20.
Holy moly.
Did I have 20? I can't remember.
Well, maybe they'll sell through them, and you have them up on eBay?
Yeah, but I have mine up for like $180 a piece.
Damn, you've been hanging with Bridget too much.
Yeah, I know.
One just sold yesterday for $12.50.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you might want to lower your prices like $9.99.
Did you? What were they? $19.99 last year, or $19.98 or something last year?
Yep.
I can't believe they made more of those.
It's hey mama na. Hey MedTest 71. he has 20 of the Millennium Monopoly games.
I
So if
didn't
you
buy
want
any of
one, contact Todd, the silver hair stacker. Hey, Jennifer. But I was in the Walmart a little while ago, and they had like I quit counting at 50, and they still had more than that, and they were
Oh
19.99.
my God.
I'll check some other stores and see if maybe that's just some they had left over from last year, or whether everybody's
Are you
kept.
talking about the Monopoly for millennials?
Yeah,
I bought one off of Scott Bearded Picker just because I wanted one for myself, so he sold it to me at his cost.
right.
Because he had one that had like some damage on a corner, and I didn't really care. But after Christmas, I mean, like, and this was when I was in Wisconsin, all the Walmarts, they didn't have any of them before Christmas. After Christmas, they're all over the place. So I
Okay.
don't know if they just are having orders come in late. But I saw somewhere on Facebook this Miss Monopoly
That was new.
no, if
Uh,
something else, like if you're an Amazon seller, you're not approved to sell it. And I don't know anything about Amazon, so I won't pretend like I do.
Hey, Maggie,
Me either.
are you going to lay on my keyboard? Here, let me turn this around this way. Let me move my keyboard over here. Like that. And now we're all happy campers. There you go. You got light on you. This light does not throw out heat. It's a neon or whatever it is, and they don't throw out heat. Yeah, and she said I talked to the young lady in the toy department, and she said that they were supposed to be getting in some of the Ms. Monopolies, and she said they would probably get a good bit of them. Because, and I would think I'm not a big CEO of a big corporation or something like that, but I would think that after missing the boat on the Millennium games last year, I believe I would have like doubled or tripled the order.
Is it a Walmart exclusive? Like the millennials?
You could the only place I read an article and all it said was you could pre-order it on Walmart.com.
So it must be a Walmart exclusive then.
Maybe so. Because I didn't see the Millennial game anyplace else except Walmart.
Yeah, that was a Walmart exclusive.
I'm not really too cool on the game because it's like when they're giving out money. The bankers, you start the game, people's giving out money. Women get $1,900 and the guys only get $1,400 or $1,500. The ladies get $400 every time they pass go. The men only get $200. Now, how is that reality?
Yeah, everybody knows men make more than women.
That's why I became a transgender.
He identifies as a rich woman. If you haven't heard anything about Ms. Monopoly or seen it, I did a quick little YouTube video. It's not very long, like 3 minutes, I think.
Wow. Well, there's eBay in the sold. There's people that have been selling it for like $40 free shipping, $60 free shipping, $65 free shipping. But if you go to Amazon Prime, it's $19.99.
Here's what the deal and what scares me is these people are selling them for $40 and whatnot, and they're going to go to Walmart and say, "Oh, I can buy it for $20. I'm going to buy it from here, and I'm going to send the other one back."
Yep.
Oh, maybe. I mean, honestly, if you're selling like this one, if it's a real sale, it's sold today for $40 free shipping. If you paid $20 for it at Walmart, it ain't worth you messing around selling it to sell it for $40 with free shipping. Because it's going to cost you $10 to $12 to ship that thing.
Hey, Marie. Yeah, it's going to cost you some bucks. I think. Okay, I'm gonna say it. My name is Tom, and I'm a Star Trek fan. I am a Star Trek collector. Okay. Back in the 90s, they released the Star Trek Classic Enterprise. through Hallmark, and it was like $19.99. Well, they only did a limited run of them because they didn't know how they would sell. As soon as they ran out, I went to a convention and they were selling for like $400.
Mhm.
Now, the following year, they came out with the shuttle Galileo, and they must have multiplied that first number order by 100 because they just had so many of them that you could find them any place at any Hallmark store. And then after the next one that came out, which was the Next Generation Enterprise, they came out with less number than the Galileo, but they came out with more than the originals. So they finally found a median, number to run. But like I said, those first ones, they were selling like $400 because they ran one of them, and that was it. When they all sold out, they were gone. So I think Hasbro probably did the same thing and said, "Okay, we missed the boat on this one because these fools were paying $120 for damn things." Isn't that what Scott was getting, like $118 or something like that for them?
Was he in the beginning?
Yeah, in the beginning.
Maybe way in the beginning. I don't know. He was definitely getting like at least 65 or 70 or something. But yeah, it might have spiked up in the beginning when everybody was looking for him.
Todd, you need to take give a couple of those millennial games to Gwen to take to school with her and say, now whoever has the highest GPA before we go to Christmas break will get one of these 5 games, and then she can write it off on her taxes.
No, I'm thinking just take them out to my little fire pit out by a swimming pool and just burn the suckers in effigy and write it off.
If you don't sell them, I'll take one off your hands.
I played it. It's okay. Oh my God! Yeah, here on eBay, sold for $12.50 with $10 shipping.
Mhm.
Well, you could sit. It could be like your 401k. Just sit on them for the next, 10, 15 years. Don't open them, and then they'll be worth a lot of money when you throw.
Yeah,
I may be dead by then, Tara.
Your estate will be like, "Oh, Todd was so smart to save all these Monopoly millennials."
I am so old already. I will, yeah.
Todd, you're not old.
Perhaps my heirs will earn 50 cents a piece off these games.
You'll have one of those estate. It'll be like one of those estate auctions or tag sales where they're like, "Why did this person have so many of these and never open one?"
Pamela, wait a minute. I'm working on a sale here for you. Just Pamela, who is our Canadian friend, she says that she collects Monopoly. Pamela, do you have a Monopoly for millennials? Because Todd can hook you up.
I got you covered, baby.
How many do you have, Todd?
I don't know. Scott put out that video, and I thought, that sounds good. So Gwen and I were going down to her theater convention in Galveston, and maybe I had a beer or something. But I bought like 2 cases of those. How many was in a case? No, there was 6 in a case. I think I bought 4 cases. I think I got like 24 of them. And I haven't sold a one.
Didn't sell one of them?
If you
No,
do,
I still have all of them.
if you do that with just one beer, I'd hate to see what you did with a shot of Patron or something.
I know.
Well, you won't have to buy Christmas gifts for the next 10 years because you can just keep giving people Monopoly for millennials. You get a Monopoly. You get a Monopoly.
Hey, Nikki.
That's a good plan, Tar.
They'll
Yeah.
save you money in the long run.
Yeah.
Are there any kids in the neighborhood that do chores for you or anything like that that you have a special liking to?
Yeah, I could trade a Monopoly for trimming my bushes.
Yeah, some poor kid cleaning the gutter. Oh, great! I got a Monopoly for the millennials. Woo! Word goes around the neighborhood. Nobody do any work for Todd.
That's right.
He's paying us with Monopoly money.
There's about 10 grand. Here's, you hand them a wrapped box and it says, and say, there's about 10 grand in here. Oh, Lord, have morning. Hey, Steven. So that's that. You know, I don't know. I don't know whether the Ms. Monopoly is going to be the same kind of hit as it was.
Yeah, probably not.
I saw an article where GameStop's going to close 180 to 200 stores in the U.S.
Seen that.
Yeah.
Did they say what location? Like, is it out
I don't know.
West
I'm just going to
Coast?
Google it. Sometimes if you Google it, it'll give you an idea.
If Bridget was in here, she knows of a website that tells what, you know, the stores that are closing. For, you know, all these different people that are closing stores, but she's not in here. She's supposed to be. What have you done, Roxy?
I know when I'm like up by Shepherdsville, I don't know if that's where GameStop corporate is, but they have this huge like warehouse office thing up there.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, Marie said Monopoly overload. Let's see. There was that Walmart had about 15 different Monopoly games.
What?
They had Fortnite. Then they had Monopoly for children in like 3 different variations. And
Well, they're closing the one in Cincinnati, Lori.
Really? We got like Tri-County Mall.
Tri-County Mall.
Ooh, that's close.
I'll put it. I'll send this to you.
how about in North Carolina? Any closing there?
You're gonna have to wait. There's some closing in Florida.
It's a busy area down there too. I won't be the only one down there looking to score
I'm sure
some stuff.
everybody in Cincinnati will be there. There you go.
Yeah, I was hoping to see some of the more rural area closings.
Yeah.
As I've got one like 5 minutes from me, and they got all kinds. I love going in there because they got all kinds of collectibles and stuff like that.
Quite a few in California.
Wow.
None in North Carolina.
Yeah, we have enough yuppie children.
Some in Texas for Todd.
Where?
Texas.
Oh my God.
Dallas, Friendswood, Plano, San Antonio, and Sugar Land.
Yeah, all of those are like 100 miles away a piece.
It might be worth it. Check it out.
If I needed
quite a
stock.
few in Pennsylvania, but I suppose Pennsylvania is kind of a drive for you, eh, Lori?
Oh yeah, that's like what 6
It's
hours
the
at
state
least.
next to you. It's the state right next to you. I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm all the way over on the eastern side of Ohio, so it's at least 4 hours to the border, and then probably another 2 hours in. So.
MN is Minnesota, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's Menard, Texas.
Austin and Hibbing.
Yeah, they're over there by the cities. Well, Hibbing is maybe north of the cities. I can't remember.
Well, they got 2 in Philadelphia, Maggie. If you can go there and do some RA, the one at Bel Air Plaza and City Line Plaza.
Wait, whoa. No, these are already done.
Oh,
Says
are they?
January through March of 19.
Oh, sorry.
Bad information. It's already
Mar-
done. Sorry.
March,
Right?
yeah, March through October.
Of 18. What
Oh,
the
is that
heck?
18? Oh, they haven't. They must have closed all the ones they're going to close.
This must be a new. This must be like a really old list.
Oh,
Let's
yes.
see. March of 19.
It's definitely passed.
Yeah.
But they just announced it again on the news a couple days ago.
Yeah, it just like showed up like on like my
Mhm.
Facebook news feed or whatever. Oh, no.
I keep hearing what sounds like the chipmunks talking in the background.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Tom.
I do too.
I mean,
I don't hear it. Is
sorry,
it me?
Maggie.
It's like Chip and Dale arguing behind me or something.
I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Talk
I
now.
hear it. I'm like you, Laurie. I hear it too.
Yeah.
Do you hear it now?
No,
No.
Okay.
not
Tara,
at the moment.
we're getting some feedback through Tara then.
Oh, that dang Tara.
Unmute yourself, Tara. Hey, Mr. Sadie. Hey, Todd.
Well, my fan's running and I ain't shutting it off. So you're gonna have to, if you want me here, you're gonna have to live with it.
So you're the one with
Okay.
the chipmunks. Okay.
I don't even. Well, there's a fan. I have 2 fans going. Maybe it's that.
I don't know. It's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
Todd, Mr. Sadie, you need to hook Mr. Sadie up with some of the Monopoly games.
Okay.
But
So-
first, you need to, before you do any shipping, unless you've got rubber gloves on and a hazmat suit, you really need to get that other little problem you've got going on fixed.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Sadie, if you want skunky smelling Monopoly for millennials, I got you covered.
Oh no! Did they get skunked?
Well, I don't
You
know.
didn't. You weren't on the morning chat then, Tara.
No.
So my dog came in yesterday evening about this time, and just there was skunk spray dripping off of this dog,
Oh God!
and
Oh,
she
it's
rubbed the carpet, she rubbed the couches, she rubbed the
Wow.
bed, she rubbed the walls, she rubbed the drapes.
Oh boy!
She was trying to get this skunk spray off of her. Before I could trap her and throw her in the shower, she had inundated our house. And this morning, when my wife went to work, they sent her home.
Because of the skunk smell.
Yeah.
After Gwen had her shower and put on fresh clothes, she went to work, and they sent her home from work.
Oh boy!
Yeah. Oh, God, we stink so bad.
He says it feels like it's gotten worse.
It's bad. I mean, it gets so bad if you're close to like you get like that concentrated spray. I mean, it's enough to make you throw up.
Mm.
One time we came home from Florida, and we were gone for like a week, and I had the like this outside cat. So I'm like, well, I'll just leave a tray of food in this playhouse we had for Brandon. He didn't use it anymore, so the cat can get food while we're gone. And we got home. It's like 4 a.m, and Jim lets the dogs out. It's like 5 a.m. And I hear Jim, because it's summer, the windows are open. I hear him yelling, "No!" I'm like, that, and then I smelled the skunk smell coming through. Well, the skunk had been eating the cat food and totally sprayed the dogs. He said it was so gross. He's like, I saw the spray coming out of like the skunk's butthole, and he's like gagging in the backyard. It was bad.
It's bad. It's
Yeah,
bad.
it's bad.
So needless to say, none of the neighbors have come over for a visit. The Schwann guy came by today, and he wouldn't sell me anything because I smelled so bad.
Oh boy.
And you know what Schwann is, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
food service people.
Yeah.
You
And
gotta watch those Schwann's guys, though.
I took my packages to the post office this morning, and I asked the clerk. I mean, this is after my shower, and I put on fresh clothes. I said, "Do you smell skunk on me?" And she said, "Yeah, I do." And I'm across the counter in an air-conditioned building, and fans are blowing. I'm like, oh no.
How about a body scrub?
I
You know,
don't know
like-
if it'd help.
You know, the one with the grains of sand in it? That's what it feels like.
Tomato juice. Aren't you
Yeah.
supposed to bathe in tomato juice?
Yeah, I mean, Gwen came home today with peroxide and crystals to put in our laundry, and I pretty much vacuumed the floors and then scrubbed down the couches and stuff, and I was like, oh my god, and the windows were open, and it's just horrible.
Mhm.
Well, that sounds exciting.
Yeah, keeps
We
me
got a
busy
little
in my
bit-
retirement years.
Yeah.
I can't die. I've got to get rid of skunk smell. I can't go ahead and retire and then die of old age because I got to get rid of skunk smell first.
Well, I hate it for you, Todd. I do. We've had a good laugh at yours and Gwen's experience.
Mhm.
Yeah, we'll live.
Hey, Nikki.
Did you kill the skunk?
Todd,
Yes, ma'am.
Massengill douche. No, seriously, I'm not kidding. You know,
All
you can
over.
use that. You can use that peroxide, baking, or what is it? Peroxide dish liquid and whatever else on it. But that they say could hurt your skin. Well, one time I used Massengill douche on the dogs, and that took it away. So go get you guys some Massengill douche.
Okay.
You know, when you think about it, it's kind of amazing because they product test these products that you would make a product that, you know, is used in that application so it's strong enough to get rid of a skunk smell.
Well, you know, it gets rid of other smells. So
Good grief.
no, honestly, I'm not lying.
No,
I'm
I
not
know.
trying to be funny. For once, I'm not screwing with you, Todd.
Yes. Todd's going to go down to his local Walmart and say, I need a case of Massengill.
Haven't you ever heard Nikki's douche story where she bought like 30 douches?
Yeah.
And her daughter's friend saw her doing it?
Yeah, my daughter's friend was the cashier. And and I said something like, it's douche-a-palooza at our house.
So Gwen went to PetSmart today just to get some of this stuff.
Mhm.
I hope it works. Nature's Miracle skunk odor remover.
I've heard that doesn't work. You'll have to let me know.
I don't know, but
Well, if that doesn't work, I gave you an alternative.
okay. But we have so much stuff covered with skunk spray now. I don't know where to put it all
Yeah.
because this stupid. Come here, Bonnie. Come here. This dog. Okay, you want to see the culprit? Come
Yeah,
here.
let's see the puppy.
Okay.
Is it the dog you got from your son?
Heck yes. This is the culprit right here.
Oh, she's a good puppy.
Say hi, Bonnie. Bonnie is a rescue dog, and she's lovable until she gets skunked. And so, Bonnie,
She's so cute.
gosh, she still stinks. And I stink, and everything else stinks. Okay, Bonnie, go away.
What about your eBay stuff you sent out today? Do you think that stinks?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Well, I guess if he starts getting feedback, like this smells like smoke. Can you imagine that feedback? This smells like skunk.
Yeah.
Tell him it must have been during shipment.
Oh my God.
Maybe the UPS truck ran over a skunk. A skunk got loose in the back of the truck.
Yeah, but how does that explain the inside?
Lord have mercy.
Tom, I didn't mean to take over your chat.
No, that's okay.
this evening.
That is right there is what it's got to be worth it's got to be worth 100 likes.
Yeah.
Speaking of, if y'all have not friended each other on YouTube, feel free to do so. But I've just heard so many stories since I've been hanging out with you people on YouTube. But I'm gonna have to say Todd and his skunk smell is the top.
I don't know. Nikki's told some doozies.
Yeah. And Tara and the snake falling out of the tree last week or earlier in the week.
Hey, I never saw anything like that in my life. So
It's raining.
To me, it was a big deal.
Well, being that I grew up working for a surveyor, I saw a lot of snakes in trees. I never saw one fall out though.
I didn't even know it was in the tree. I heard this big thud because the tree's right here. I have a window right here that's open. Like, whoa, what was that? And all of a sudden, I see the snake moving away, and it was 3.5 foot, maybe. I mean, it was a pretty good sized snake.
I'll tell you what. Well, Todd, keep us informed.
Well, when you got Jim driving around those trees in a zero-turn mower and he bumps the tree, the snakes are gonna fall.
No, I think it was up there after a squirrel because there was a squirrel kind of running around the tree, or maybe a baby squirrels or something. I think it was one of those like rat snakes. They're like not the black one, but the one that's more like grayish or brownish gray. I think it was one. I'm sure I know it wasn't a poisonous snake. It was probably one of those rat snakes, which they say are good because they eat the mice and they keep poisonous snakes out of your yard.
One of the most amazing sights I've ever seen in my life was like 5 different varieties of birds attacking a snake that was going up into a bird's nest and eating eggs.
Oh, I can imagine.
And there was like 5 different species of birds attacking this snake.
Huh.
There was like blue jays and mockingbirds and sparrows and all kind of birds.
We got
just going after this snake, and it crawled down out of our tree in our front yard and crawled off into the bushes. And I was like,
oh my God.
We got this creek in front of our house, and it's got these banded water snakes in it. And I'm standing there one day, and one comes out, and they like let their air out, so because they got a deep spot in the creek or a deeper spot, so it sinks, and then it's swimming after the minnows with its mouth open. It was real funny looking. Anyway, Jim catches them. Jim's got a video. He put that video on Facebook, which is short, because there was a longer video where the snake almost bites him on the nose. Because he's like looking at it, talking to it like this. And then he's like, oh, I bet your mom would really like this. And I got this thing, you see me like taking off. And I'm like, I'm kind of swearing, like, don't you dare do that or I'll kill you. Anyways, because they were catching these banded water snakes and then relocating them down the creek farther.
No, thank you.
Yeah, Brandon quit going in the creek now. He used to like, because there's this deep spot, he'd put his snorkels on and float in it. And because there's all these fossils in the creek. Actually, that's kind of neat because, I mean, I didn't have that up in Wisconsin. It's like this limestone or whatever. And when you pick it up, it'll have all these old fossils in it, like seashells or whatever, these fossils in it. So he's like collecting fossils and he's like floating with his snorkel on doing that. And a snake swam underneath him, and now he won't float in there anymore.
I don't blame him. I don't blame you in the mid-top.
Snake.
You know,
Those
when
will kill your kid.
we lived in Goose Creek, when I was real little, we had a creek beside our house, and I remember finding shark's teeth as big as a 6-year-old boy's hand.
Oh, really?
Those things were probably worth millions these days. And
Yeah, they do good. Like if they're like those megalodon teeth.
Megalodon.
God only knows what happened to them. I told Roberta, I said, if that house ever goes up for sale again, we're going to buy it, knock it down, and just start digging up the dirt. See what we can find in it.
No, it's real neat. I mean, Brandon will get these flat pieces of rock, and they just have like fossils in them. I mean, it is really neat.
What happens in Kentucky stays in Kentucky.
I'll tell you what. Somebody.
So Todd, how embarrassed was Gwen? I bet she was just mortified.
Oh yeah, can you imagine the teenagers at school? Oh, here comes old Skunky.
She came in this evening and said something like, I am the laughing stock of the school. It's a fairly small town school, and it's, yeah. You get sent home because you stink.
Yeah.
And your teacher, what do you think the kids are going to do to her? High school kids are going to do to her Monday morning. She went ahead and called in tomorrow off too because, yeah, we all still stink.
I feel so bad for her. She's kind of a classier lady too, so I bet she was just embarrassed.
Yeah, her principal came in to her classroom this morning and he had already talked to other teachers. What's that smell?
Oh my God.
And he walked into her classroom and said, I heard you had an incident and maybe you need to go home and take care of this. Air quotes. Take care of this.
Oh, poor Gwen.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Crazy.
Had the kids already got there?
What?
Had the kids already got there?
Did the kids show up before he sent you home? No.
Good.
Oh, well, that's good.
This is before the kids showed up. So
Good. I'm glad.
Because the adults will understand.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, see,
Hopefully
the kids should know better to make fun of their teacher because she's the one that can give them a 3-question test, you know.
Yeah.
Poor Gwen.
Bless her heart. You know, we don't care about Todd, but it's all poor Gwen.
Yeah. They don't care about me, Gwen. They care about you and worried about you.
I care about you, but you work at home where she has to go out in public.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to go to the post office, but I mean, you could remedy that and send it with your postman too.
Well, and you're a man. Men can get away with being stinky.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And
I
she
went to
works in the most judgmental field there is.
Yeah.
yeah. I went to the rummage sale this morning smelling like skunk. And I still wanted to hug the old bat behind the jewelry counter that's been giving me such a hard time.
Yeah.
I didn't do it, but I knew I smelled like skunk.
I stopped at a rummage sale this morning after I dropped Brandon off from school, and it smelled like cat pee and cigarettes. So I can't believe that your skunk smell would be much worse.
Oh,
Nikki Maggie said, yes, Nikki is absent from YouTube for months, and her first word when she comes back is douche.
fitting, isn't it?
Oh Lord! Did you
Well,
buy
that was
anything,
like, come
Todd?
on, I had to.
Oh, did I
had to-
buy anything? I bought a
Uh,
little old Playmobil toy set that was still new in the box.
I bought one pair of Asics tennis shoes to resell, and that's all I got today.
This one, I hate it when I go to a garage sale and half the stuff's not priced and the other stuff is priced real high. And then she's like, we're negotiable, we're negotiable, we're negotiable. I'm like, well, you got it priced about 3 times higher, so I don't know where to start. And it was, like I said, it was nothing real great and it was stinky.
Oh,
When you bring out a slow cooker and it's got like this much dirt on the handles, like with kitchen
yeah.
grease and cigarette smoke and stuff, I mean,
Uh-uh.
yeah.
clean yourself up. Clean your stuff up before you sail. Get rid of the skunk smell. Get rid of the cigarette smoke. You know?
Yeah. Get rid of the cat hair.
At Christmas,
Yeah.
at Christmas time, Todd will say, "I sold that navy blazer," and everybody's gonna say, "Did it smell like skunk before you shipped it out?" Oh Lord, have mercy! I hate it. I hate it for you, Todd. I really do. I've never had to
I
go through
feel
that.
for you, Todd. That smell is terrible. I remember my nephew got sprayed with a skunk one time, and it took a long time to get that smell out of him.
A friend of
Yeah, I
mine-
mean, that stuff is so pervasive that you would swear that the next several days when you sweat,
Yeah,
it's sweat skunk smell.
yeah.
Well, if you ever really see it, it's not like it's like a liquid, like, like urine.
It's like
It's
an oil.
thick. It's thick. I mean, it's made to like really stick on your face so that animal stops bothering the skunk.
a friend of mine's little boy is 10 years old, and he got skunked. He and my other little boys were down at the creek, and they found a cat that wasn't a cat.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, that child, my friend, went and got 2 cots and a sleeping bag, and he and his son slept on the screen in the screen porch all night because he couldn't let his son sleep out there by himself because he was scared. But he called me to ask me about any kind of skunk removal, and I said I have no idea. Google it. And he said that Taylor was sitting in the bathtub crying because nobody would come and talk to him because he smelled so bad. Because he must have been right there and got a full dose of it. So he said it was glad it was during the summertime because then he didn't have to worry about him missing school.
Well, Todd, just tell Gwen. At least you guys got a good story to tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, nobody's going to die and it's going to be all right eventually, but it's bad.
Yeah. I just hope far your eBay inventory don't smell like it.
Fortunately, my eBay inventory, the majority is away from where the dog was when she came in the house. So
Good.
Cool. Well, did Gwen touch the dog too? I suppose.
well,
So
you didn't have to touch the dog to get a dose of it.
Well, what I'm saying is it her body that stunk, or is it all your clothes? I mean, you're gonna have to wash your clothes with vinegar or something.
Oh, it's pretty much everywhere, Nikki. That dog
That's
came
what I
in the
mean.
house and rubbed on the carpet, and rubbed on the furniture, and rubbed on the drapes.
Well,
and
didn't you
rubbed...
try to stop it before it was doing all this rubbing?
Oh, heck yeah.
I mean, what are you doing? Standing there all confused or something? I mean, I'd be like, get the hell out of here.
Well, he's probably trying to grab it without getting it all over himself.
I know, but if I had a choice of getting it all over myself or getting it all over my couch, I guess I'd pick myself.
Hey, Kathy.
I kind of picture Todd doing like, you know, like when old guys get like all like confused and they kind of walk in place and don't really get anything done. So I see him doing like, oh no, and just not really doing anything.
It's a little bit like that, yes, but
And Jim's dad does that some too.
Hey, Mike. Kathy, we're still reminiscing about Todd's skunk situation.
I'm sorry to dominate Tom's.
No, I
chat
would tell you
this
why.
evening.
No.
I
That's
know
good.
everybody.
You
I know-
hardly ever talk, Todd. It's the first time we've ever had Todd talk for more than 10 minutes.
Yeah. I know everybody in the chat is having a good laugh at your expense.
Yeah,
Well,
it's entertainment, Todd.
okay. So,
And if it wasn't inappropriate, I would send you a douche. You know, 'cause when I go at McDonald's, you sent me Yak Track.
Okay, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Kathy, did you not know that Todd's dog got skunked? And then she came in the house and she just spreaded the love everywhere. You know,
And
like
there
I
was so
said,
much love on Gwen, she got sent home from work.
Yeah, that's the really thing that
Poor
is
Gwen.
sad.
Yeah.
Is that she got sent home from school, and you know the little bit that I've seen Gwen on camera, she looks
Yeah.
like a very sophisticated. You know,
Well, that's what I mean. Poor
Yeah.
Gwen.
I know she was devastated when the teacher came in because normally she's probably used to go saying, "Son, boys, somebody needs to go to the bathroom and wash."
Yeah.
When Sasha was on the cross country team, his coach was a woman. She'd go and get some of those cheap baby wipes, boxes of them, and she would keep them in the van so the boys could wipe down, you know, a little bit with them. And she said it still smelled like sweat and
Baby.
and baby wipes. Yeah. Oh my eyes. It keeps thundering real hard outside, guys. So if all of a sudden I disappear, it's because
Storm.
storm. But I'm going to keep on going because maybe it's going to pass on by.
So I'm
But-
getting sleepy now, and the reason why is because skunk smell woke me up at 4:30 this morning, and I
Poor
could
Tom.
not go back to sleep because it was so bad.
I bet.
Please put a sheet, like if you don't sleep in the bed with Gwen, please put a sheet on whatever you sleep on. If you sleep in your recliner, put a sheet over it before you lay down in it.
Gwen went and bought a new duvet cover for our comforter today because the other one was so bad.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Take it down to the lady in the thrift store and that your girlfriend at
Yeah.
the church sale.
I think I'll donate all this skunky crap to the church sale.
There you go. Bring it to that lady. There you go, bitch.
Oh boy. Harsh.
Anyway,
Well, have you heard what that lady puts Todd through?
I know, but that's going to happen. It's part of the business.
Oh, you're no fun. You get to be a stick in the mud there, Tara.
No, but well, I mean, it is part of it. I mean,
Yeah.
you're going to have that. Why do you think I don't talk to people? Because they're going to get like half of them will be ticked that you're making money off of something. So that's why I try to keep everything very low key.
yeah, I should have kept it lower key. I should have never
Because
complained.
even at even like at the thrift stores back in Eagle River, I mean, you get like these volunteers who are half-ass resellers, and they get wise to you pretty quick. I mean, because they see you there a lot or whatever, and they start just doing the same thing anybody does. They watch for something that you buy and take a mental note of it, and then they wait a few days and search it on eBay, and then they can go in your store and then they say, "Hey, he bought that at my rummage sale. He bought that at my rummage sale." You know, they kind of go through it,
Yeah.
and it's kind of hard it's hard to stop that because I mean, people like they can just snip you out. They see you enough, but yeah.
Is she giving you trouble because you complained, Todd?
Actually, everybody at the rummage sale now is like overly super polite to me now.
Well, that's almost worse.
But they have changed policies now because of me, I think.
Like,
Oh.
how did they change them?
Like, well, okay.
I guess the watches never came back, right?
The what?
The watches never came back, did they?
No, not really. Hang on. I will give me a couple of minutes and I will show you what policy changes happened because
Okay.
of my complaining. Hang on.
Oh boy. Did they send you a letter?
No,
Oh.
no, they're not gonna say it was me, Tara.
Oh, okay.
Uh-uh.
I didn't know if they like could put together a statement and then handed it to you the next time you showed up.
They're very polite, upstanding Lutheran, Christian, lovable people. Hang on.
Well, I can tell you, don't tick a Lutheran off. My family. I was raised Catholic, but half my family is Lutherans, and they will remember stuff. They got a memory like a elephant.
Well, y'all are all going to go to hell, so it don't matter.
Nice.
Especially if they're like Wisconsin Synod or something.
You've already been on almost an hour. Where was I?
I don't know, baby.
Doesn't
What time
seem
did
like
you
that
start?
long.
You're probably done at the QT getting you something to eat and drink. Are y'all back in the house? Or are y'all still with your daughter?
No, a long time ago.
Okay, just checking. I told you you ought to write that thing out, write it out as long as you could.
Yeah.
Oh, living in town. Oh.
It was like hurricane today. Jesus, we had high winds and thunderstorms and rain and oh my goodness sakes.
I don't know why it's. Excuse me. I don't know why it's. My eyes are running like they are tonight.
Because you're tired.
No, they're burning.
No.
Too much YouTube.
I haven't been on YouTube. I've been on the damn road all day and with my dad.
I'm just teasing ya.
I know. I know.
I've been watching monkey videos.
Oh, not that monkey again.
Oh yeah. Now I got another monkey whose name is Curtis. Oh my god, he's so cute.
Oh, geez. You know, you ought to list more, Nikki. I had a guy make me an offer on 5 of these 3/4-inch brass fittings. New.
Oh, yeah.
I accepted his offer, and he still has not paid for them. Hey, blended whiskey.
I hate that.
Yeah. You know what I do?
What do you do?
I don't have best offer on my stuff. And I get offers on stuff. So, like, let's say I have an offer that is $50, and someone will be like, I'll give you 40 for it. And I'll be like, all right, maybe I'll take it because I had it listed for a long time. Then I go to my listing. I change the price to $40. Tell them I reduced the price on the listing. Sometimes they get it. Sometimes they don't because you'll have another watcher end up sniping it.
Right.
But then they immediately pay because I don't have best offer on it. So they have to pay when they check out.
I'm going to have to do that.
That seems too much trouble. I don't have that many people that don't pay, so
Yeah.
don't worry about it.
Well, I don't know.
you
To
can
me,
wait.
when you say it's like anything, if I said I want $1,000 or best offer for my car, how many people are you going to come and give me the $1,000 without trying to, get me to come down, to 900 or 800 or whatever?
Honestly, most things I sell are at full price,
All right. Then why have the best offer on?
just in case.
Oh, okay.
I
Just
like to have best offer on because, like if there's a day where I'm hungry for sales and people offer me something, I can take it if I want to.
Mhm.
You know,
And there's a day where it's like, oh man, we got to make some money. Jim goes through all the items that have the most watchers and rolls down the price a little bit.
no.
I do that sometimes too. Have like a watcher sale. Everything.
I do
Yeah,
that
I'll just sort my listing by highest number of watchers, and I'll just and I'm not saying I cut my throat on it. I just reduce the price a little bit.
Sometimes all you gotta do is drop it
It
$1.
sends them a notification. I
Yeah.
know that. When if you're watching an item, it'll send you a email or whatever that the price has been lowered.
I do that too. Is Todd back now?
Not yet.
Let's see what else.
His headphones aren't there anymore.
The thing I don't like about best offers because they don't have to pay right away. You get people that maybe don't have the money to pay for it yet, but they leave it in that awaiting payment thing where, well, obviously you with those brass fittings, it don't matter because you have a lot of those. That's a multiple listing. But if it's a one of a kind item, it's tied up awaiting payment, and it could have sold to somebody else during this time while Dopey here ain't paying for it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I like, I've had people.
Yeah, I know, Craig.
I've had people.
Keep your thumb on the market there.
I've had
I'm
people
back.
make
All
offers,
right.
and before they accept it, somebody else buys it at full price. That really pisses them off. Okay, what you got, Todd?
This statement from my local Lutheran rummage sale is a direct result, I believe, from my complaining. But I can't prove this. And I'm putting it in the side chat. And wait.
I mean, Craig. I'm sorry. I'm running it. Sorry, Craig.
Okay. I went way over my allowed 200.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
It's that long? I don't even
Just
see
read
it.
it to us, Todd.
I don't
Oh
have
my
Twitter.
God.
Do your best school voice. Sing it to us.
Oh, okay.
Sing it like you're in a Norwegian opera.
Norwegian opera. Let's see if I can. Okay, I gotta pare this down so that it will fit in the amount of letters I'm allowed to put in the side chat. Let's see.
You should just read it because the audience is curious what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay. Our local Lutheran rummage sale is called the Pot of Gold.
Oh, easy. Maybe you don't want to say the name of it, or everybody's going to know where you're getting all your good stuff. Because you probably got like incognito Texas people are going to watch this now or later. And...
Yeah. Shut up, Tara.
Well,
Hey,
thanks. I'm
Eli
just
family,
trying to
nice
help
day,
you.
Craig.
Okay, this is a message from on Facebook from the guy that I complained to. As we get busier at the Pot of Gold, I feel it necessary to resurrect an old rule. Please understand that we spend countless volunteer hours examining and inspecting everything we place on the sales floor to make sure it is in good condition. so that you, our customers, are getting a great bargain, yet at the same time supporting the residents at the Sunset Home who, yeah, the folks at the Sunset Home are,
Like a
yeah,
retirement home, isn't it?
they have any resident that at the Sunset Home is retired with way more money than I will ever make. Anyway, where did I get to? We are a ministry that not just funds our own programs, but also, where did I get to?
In the freezer.
Sorry.
In the bag.
But also donates twice a year all daily proceeds to a local community cause. What I'm saying is that the money you spend at the pot is wisely and carefully put to good use. Therefore, the following rule is being resurrected as of next Thursday, September 12th, 2019. And that policy is, oh my God, that was the end of that message. Hang on. I know I'm boring everybody.
No, you're
No,
not.
this
No,
is
you're
very
not.
interesting.
I want to hear
me.
it. We've been
You're
hearing.
I'm not being
Yeah.
sarcastic.
We've been hearing about the battle
Oh.
between the old lady for a while now.
Oh, where's the rest of it? Hang on. All Pot O Gold sales are final. We cannot accept returns and we will not negotiate prices.
Oh.
Well, that could not have been totally directed at you though, because you weren't taking returns in, were you?
No, I never
No.
took anything back to there.
Well, maybe if you had other people, you could have had a combination of stuff with like this return thing. So
Negotiating prices is what he's talking about, I think.
Yeah, they're not going to allow me, no matter how long it's been at the Pot of Gold and not being sold, they're not going to allow me to make an offer on something that's been there for 6 months
yeah.
and make them a fair offer because they can't sell it. There it is. All Pot of Gold sales are final. We cannot accept returns and will not negotiate prices. And I went in today and their prices were jacked up beyond recognition.
Well,
So-
is it like
Oh, boy.
is it like a store they open up? I mean, they don't set up a rummage sale every week and take it down, do they?
It is actually, it looks like a hospital ward that has been closed down, and all the different rooms are the different categories. One is for home goods, one is for men's clothes, 3 rooms are for women's clothes, of course. And then there's a book room and a children's toy room. Yeah. So
Because I will say, like, this happened up in Wisconsin where I was living, and they would have the prices way jacked up, and then nobody was buying the stuff. And then they'd complain, oh, we're all overloaded with stuff. And they end up rolling the prices back down and then. So sometimes if you just weather out the storm, it'll just naturally pass on its own.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of
Beth, I
trying
don't
to,
cause trouble, you little scamp. Don't tell me I cause trouble.
okay.
But it's like I went in there maybe 3 months ago, and there was all these inks and toners and all kinds of junk like that that had been sitting there for probably a year or more.
Yeah.
And I asked the same guy that I sent the message to, how much would you do me a deal for all of it? This has been sitting here forever. And he made me a deal.
Yeah.
But now he's saying with this message, no, we're not gonna do this anymore. Take it or leave it.
Well, maybe you ought to just still throw a deal at him. Depends on what sales are like.
I mean, there's so much stuff that's been around this rummage sale for maybe a year, maybe 2 years, and they can't sell it. And I'm willing to buy it. But whatever. They're cutting me off at my knees and saying, no, we're not going to do that anymore. So, okay. Fine. Thank you, local folks.
Well, it's not your fault. It's her fault for being such a witch.
Yeah. Hey, Justin.
You had every right to complain because she treated you poorly. And that was why you were complaining.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why I complained. But then the manager throws this out now and says, not only do you have to take what she says, but yeah, when I go in there now, everybody's so polite, jumping over backwards to welcome me. Thank you for coming in and buying our stuff.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, on the backside, it's like, take that, you little sucker.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, though, if they've moved up prices so that people don't buy them, they'll.
Yeah. And if the prices are high enough or you can't make any money on it, I don't get, if it ain't worth it for me to make, I can't make the money on it, I just move on to the next place to go buy stuff. Which I know it's been a really great source for you, but I wouldn't get like hung up on it. You just move on to the next thing. Or you move on to stuff that slips through.
And I'm not, but it's such a funny story because
And it is a good story.
this could happen to any small town,
Yeah.
local pickup place, you know?
It happened to me in Wisconsin. The county I was living in was doing their own government auctions. I made thousands of dollars off of them selling computer equipment. And then they figured out, why are we doing our own auction site? We'll put it on Wisconsin Surplus. And on Wisconsin Surplus, because there's a bigger buyer pool, I couldn't make the money on the stuff anymore. And that one was, like some of those, I sold like $2,500 worth of computer memory that I paid like $100 for. There was like really big stuff I was selling out of there, but it happens. Sometimes it's just part of it.
It's just kind of crummy when a source shuts down for you.
Yeah.
Same thing happened with that government. Man, that one
that they lost the government contract, didn't they, or whatever?
Yeah, man.
That was a good one.
I bought 12 pallets of government liquidation stuff. I'm still selling that stuff.
Yeah.
I bought backpacks and sleeping bags and, oh my gosh, canteens. I'm still selling stuff that out of those pallets I got a year and a half ago.
I will say, in my opinion, a lot of, and I want to put everybody in there, a lot of thrift store volunteers can be really, really weird, and they always get a hang up if they think you're making money on stuff you buy at their store. And I don't know why they have the hang up, because they got the stuff donated to them, so they made some money, and we're going to make some money on it. But you do have people in that industry that they get really hung up if they think you're making money off of what you buy there.
But I know for a fact there's at least 3 or 4 other resellers that go in there and buy regularly. So, because I'm the one who complained, they came out with these new rules.
Yeah, but you still gotta go check because still gonna miss stuff. There's still gonna be stuff slipped through the cracks on them. So
Oh yeah, but
you know,
no more watches, no more jewelry, no more whatever.
yeah.
So anyway,
You made your money off of them.
Well, you probably had some kind of jewelry person slip in there, and they got the inside track on you there.
yeah.
You either had like a jewelry person that buys jewelry, or somebody that resells, or whatever. Somebody in that industry that's like, just bring it to me. I'll do better by you.
Yeah.
I was talking to the manager of the Goodwill near me because I was asking him because I was getting rid of a bunch of stuff. I said, "Do you want me to?" I said, "I got a bunch of stuff. Do you want me to take some of it to the other one down in Valentine?" He said, "No, I want it all." He said, "It's not trash." He said, "I said no. I dispose of junk." I said, "I only bring you the good stuff or the stuff that's good because y'all will have to pay to have it disposed of." Anyway, he said, "Do you buy a lot of stuff here?" I said, "I'm in here just about every other day." And he said, "Well, if you find a bunch of stuff that you want, make them page me, and so I'll come up and I'll see if I can do a better deal on stuff." And I said, "I'll remember that." I said, "But your hard goods is not. You don't have a lot." And he said, "No." He says, "We get truckloads of clothes, but none of the other stuff." He said, "So if you got a lot of that," he said, "bring it on." But he's wanting to move stuff through, and he says you can't always price stuff. I said, "Well, when are you going to have like a back room sale?" He said, "I've got about 5 other people that sell on eBay that wants me to have a back room sale."
Yeah.
I said, "Well, have one." I said, "One night about the time you close in the store, everybody show up, lock the damn doors,
I
and
had
let's do some digging." Because he said he's got boxes of stuff he don't even know what's in back there.
yeah.
And I said, "We will dig. You go get you a soda and you sit there and watch us dig." I said, "I bet you the other ones would agree too. We'll dig through there. Hell, throw down some carts back here and we'll sort it as we go."
I had that up in Wisconsin. This one older lady would volunteer, and if she was in there by herself, she'd be like, because I came in there almost every day when I went to take mail, and she'd be like, "Well, just go in the back room, see if you find anything." So I'd go dig, and I'd find a lot of like snowmobile clothing and stuff like that, and she usually cut me a pretty good deal. But then I don't know if she moved away or got too old where she couldn't come in anymore. But the problem is like up there it was, a lot of the volunteers are resellers themselves because they're volunteering to get the first pick at the stuff getting donated.
Right. Well, we have Value Villages around here, which are the sister store to Savers.
Mm-hmm.
And they have signs that says, now hiring, notice, employees cannot pick, donated items. So I don't know whether they have a lot of people applying there. They want to be able to have access to the back room after, come in early and look, or they didn't work and look.
But yeah, my bottom line is, I'm not hurting for new sources for inventory, but it just chaps you when a reliable resource just dries up and goes away.
Yeah. No, I get it. I had that happen with those Vallis County auctions.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I used to like when I was doing all that computer equipment and computers and like those computers that are in the squad cars, those Panasonic Toughbooks. I mean, I was getting them all super cheap.
Is Kathy? Kathy, are you still in the chat? The lady that I work on computers for, as I was leaving her house the other day, this neighbor came out of the door, and my lady friend, my customer was. She said, "Hey, this is Tom. He's the guy that sells on eBay. Did you say you had some stuff that you wanted to look at?" She had a mirror that was 4x8, and it had this big, heavy ass damn frame around it. But it was not like an antique or anything like that. It was new. And I said, I can't handle that. What else you got? And it was like all this huge furniture that was not very well made. You know what I mean? It was particle boards stapled together and stuff like that. It looked really nice, but it was, really cheap stuff. I said, no, I don't deal with furniture. I don't have a way to move it. I don't have a way to store it, and my back will not take it.
Yeah.
Said, okay. Well, if you know anybody who wants it, let me know. I said, when you say wanting it, how much are you wanting for it? And she threw out this astronaut. She was on like $2,000 for the whole bit. And I'm like, you need to get your child or grandchild to list it on OfferUp or Craigslist. Because there's no resale money in it at all.
No.
Anyway, Kathy had just sold a big old mirror. I thought hers was a real big one too. But like I said, this thing is, because I had a tape measure in my pocket. 4 foot by 8 foot. Huge. And it was creepy. I got real close to it so I could look and see like how the mirror looked. You can sometimes tell if it's old by the type of foil that's behind it. And when I was leaning up to it, my client, she said, in movies, people reach out of those mirrors and grab you. And I kind of like jumped back. I was not thinking about what I was doing. And I said, are you trying to kill me? I said, my heart is racing now. But it is. It's one of those big old mirrors, like, a lady will be looking at herself in the mirror and get real close to look at her makeup, and somebody will reach out of it and grab her and snatch her into it.
Did it have like the gold gilded frame on it?
Yeah.
What the heck do they call that? Is it not Rococo? It's like a Gusto mirror or something like that.
Gilded or something? I don't know. It was too heavy for me, too much for me to move. And even though I like to look at myself, that's the reason I like the.
I can imagine. I can just see you doing your hair in one of these big antique mirrors.
Yeah, that's right.
Southern plantation gentleman with his big mirror doing his hair in it.
You got my grit.
Wearing your top hat and.
What does Hank call it? His hallelujah hair?
Hallelujah hair, yeah. Have you heard from Hank today?
Well, I haven't really been around much. Oh, what's this now?
Deb, have you heard from Hank today or seen Hank in the chat or whatever?
She was playing Walking Dead today.
Or was she?
Mm-hmm.
Well, she must be feeling better then. She had me worried about this thing she had going on. So we discussed the monopoly for millenniums.
How to take care of
any of them if you got any or want one. That the feminist Miss Monopoly, Todd skunked. So, Lori, you bought a bunch of Funko Pops.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, about 31 of them. That's my first big buy. To me, I know some people are spending thousands on them, but I don't have that yet to spend. So I get the smaller lots, but they're pretty neat little items. I mean, I'm sure everybody's probably familiar with what they are for the most part. They're collectibles, and they pretty much cover every genre, movie, music, sports, all kinds of cool stuff. I'm just out of curiosity. I typed in Golden Girls, and there's Funko Pops of the Golden Girls.
Oh hell.
Wow.
I haven't checked Designing Women. I wanted to see if there was Funko Pops for Designing Women, because I mean, it's cartoons, it's toys, it's movies, it's you got
Right.
Freddie and Michael and Jason and Leatherface and
Right.
Pinhead. I mean, all the horror movie monsters and just all kinds of cool things. And there's a price guide. It's called the PPG, or the Pops Price Guide. And there's an app for your phone. So that's what I'm using. As I buy them, I will look them up to see, what they're trending at as far as sales go, and try to get them as cheaply as I possibly can.
Have you looked at some of them that are for sale or that have sold on eBay?
Yeah, I've
Some
checked.
like $4,200.
Yeah, some of them, there are some that are worth lots and lots of money. I'm just now getting into that part of it, so I know what to look for. And a lot of those are like small runs of exclusives where, like, say Hot Topic only had 500 ran of, we'll say, the Flock Scooby-Doo, for instance.
Right.
Each store might have only gotten like 500, so there's only, that limited amount. They even have like a purple Scooby-Doo. I think that's a hard one to find.
Right.
And ones like that, they're going to be a little bit more to purchase, but their value is going to go up really quickly because they're limited, literally limited edition. And then there's the Chase limited edition. Those seem to have more value than just your standard like Hot Topics or GameStop or Target or Walmart.
Right.
That's what I'm learning. I mean, I just got into these, and I've had one and didn't even know what it was. I just found it at a yard sale for $0.25, and it was the Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters. That's why I bought it, because
Right.
paranormal, blah blah blah. So, and I didn't know what it was, and then I was watching a video, and the next one after it kicked on, they were talking about Funko Pops. I'm like, what the heck's a Funko Pop? So I started watching. I thought, I think I might have one of those. So I went and got it, and I typed in, Funko Pop Marshmallow Man, toasted marshmallow, and there he was. I was like, well, hell, So I started digging a little bit deeper and watching different resellers who are doing that, and watching some collectors. And collectors are very, very picky. I learned that from the guy I bought these from. He said, make sure you have bags or something to put them in. Don't just throw them around, because collectors are very particular about the box condition, because they display them, in the box and all that. So, and it, gives it more value.
Right.
So, but
That whole market just baffles me.
yeah, I mean, and
That's
it's
huge now, and you see Lonnie Garage Flips and
Yeah.
RVA Flips and
I watched them. Yeah.
John the Cincinnati Picker, and they're just going after that stuff and selling tons of it, and you're like, how is that even possible? This is going to become like Beanie Babies.
I think these are going to go further than Beanie Babies, because they offer something for everybody. Like for me, I collect, I love Darth Vader. There's a Funko Pop Darth Vader. You don't have to collect just the Funko Pops. They're just different, like for instance, Scooby-Doo. I like Scooby-Doo, so I'm going to find that one, and Slimer, ones that have to do with things that I like. And it's just like, they're everything. I was like, I'll be sitting there and thinking, Godzilla. Yeah, sure enough, they've got like a glow in the dark, or one that lights up,
Lori, Marie wants you to type something in the chat.
What's that?
They hooked,
Marie wants you to type something in the chat. I'm sure she wants to subscribe to your channel.
Oh, okay. I'll just hold on.
they hooked Gwen in with Harry Potter.
Oh yeah, I've got Hagrid. I just picked
Books
him
to
up.
the boys when they were little, and
Mhm.
now Gwen just ordered the new Trelawney Funko Pop.
Yep. And Game of Thrones has the 3 set dragons. Those are ones to look out for, or you have all 3 of them in the same box. And then you got your commons, just like baseball cards. You got your common baseball cards. Then you got some that's going to be like way out there, like a signed Babe Ruth or something.
Right.
And we were talking on the morning show.
They have Walking Dead Funko Pops.
They've got
now?
Walking Dead. In
my
fact,
God.
they've got a few different of Daryl. And they've got some that's called Funko Pop Ride-Ons, where they're like Daryl will be on his motorcycle, or Han Solo will be in the Millennium Falcon. So I mean, they're pretty cool, and it's something that just took off like crazy.
I admit they're fun, but
I wouldn't.
80 years from now, what's going to happen to all these?
Yeah, well, they'll be worth like what people doing what we're doing now, maybe. Who knows? And they'll be coming across them thinking, oh my God, look what I found, a Funko Pop. I haven't seen one of these in 50 years,
Yes.
Well, they make them for all the movies. When a major movie comes out,
Yeah.
they make them. I mean, like I saw the Lion. No, not Lion.
Yep, the Lion King
Yes,
has
it
them.
was the Lion King I saw today.
In fact, I just Bridget got the Mufasa. I had the flocked Mufasa, which flock just means it's got that fuzzy on it.
Yeah.
Like the old banks you used to get had that fuzzy, the piggy banks,
Yeah.
that little fuzz on it. And
G.I. Joe with the lifelike hair.
yeah,
What it was.
it's basically what it is. It's that flocked. So, but it's pretty cool. I mean, I didn't realize it was that big of a thing. I mean, I'd seen them, just in passing if I'd go to GameStop and buy a game, but I didn't really look at them because I wasn't there to look for
Amazing
that.
market to me now. I have absolutely zero interest in any of these, but
They're
other resellers just making money hand over fist with these, and I'm like, how is this even possible? And why are they not like Beanie Babies now, or anything else that passed in the annals of was popular then and is a bunch of crap now?
It's a little phenomenon. I mean, there are people that will hunt these every day. They want certain ones. There's a young kid that he goes to all different stores every weekend to go buy, looking for certain Funko Pops and exclusives and ones that he wants for his personal collection. I don't know where it actually started, but it sounds like it started with the Five Nights at Freddy's, and it just kind of went from there. I haven't really read up where the idea actually come from, but for some reason it seems like that seems like the source, and I could be wrong. But it seems like there's a lot of different Five Nights at Freddy's items, older ones that. So
okay, let's get a show of hands in the side chat. How many of you collect or have bought Funko Pops for yourself? If you did, place a 1 in the side chat.
I haven't bought any for myself, not yet.
I think I bought a few Star Wars ones for myself. I'm not really
Okay,
into
there's
them.
one.
That's
I
what I
have
mean.
Deb bought one for herself. Okay.
I'm not into them per se, but just certain, like the Darth Vader. I want him and R2D2. That's all I
Yeah.
want.
Okay.
I
Now,
bought
Okay.
like they had Walmart
That
had it
counts,
on
though.
clearance. It was Jabba the Hutt with a Princess Leia in
yeah.
a box. I did buy that one.
Now I think if I come across that, I would.
I remember they came out and they went on clearance like right away. You could buy them for like just a couple bucks a piece.
And
And
now
they were like right away, right as soon as they came out. So I was like, they're probably not going to be ever worth anything.
Texas Val.
Everyone
wish I
I
would've
picked
bought
up
'em, I
ain't
guess,
worth
huh?
a ton.
it has become from what I can see, like a worldwide phenomenon. I mean, there's people buying these from all over the place.
I've got a couple of subscribers, and of course, I've subscribed to them, and they buy like whole sets from a
Yeah.
wholesaler.
And there's one guy, I don't remember his YouTube name, but I know he buys them by the case to
Yeah.
look for certain chase
I love
exclusives.
Texas Val.
Texas Val, he was skunked, so I don't know whether he'd be sleeping tonight. He might be a little bit irritable for the show tomorrow.
Yeah, I may not even wake up.
I got 2 of the Nightmare Before Christmas ones
Yeah.
listed. The little
I-
devil girl and
Yeah.
the clown, the 2 kids. And they just haven't moved.
There's a Pennywise. Speaking of clowns, there's a Pennywise that's very expensive right now because the movie, the second chapter's out. So of course the new release of the newest Pennywise Funko Pop is highly sought after. So I mean, it's just
Wow.
it's crazy.
It is very crazy. I'm like,
I
where
didn't
did
realize
this
it was that
market
big of a
come
deal.
from?
I don't even remember seeing them at Walmart. Period. I mean, I never looked for them before. I just happened to see that one on a yard sale table, and I liked it, and didn't even know what it was, and now I'm buying them to resell. And they're cute. I can see what the appeal is with them. So, and in my opinion, it seems like they pretty much hit on every age, not just 3-year-olds up to 60-year-olds, or older. There's always something for everybody.
Yeah.
Well, too, I saw some that were like limited editions. You go to a convention, certain
Mhm.
convention, have them, and people take them and get them signed
Yeah,
Yeah.
by the actor. If the actor's going to be there, they ask them, they get them to sign it.
yeah.
Which
That
drives the price out of this world.
that Mrs. Nesbitt, which was Buzz Lightyear dressed up, in I forget which movie it was. I think it was 3. I don't remember, or 2. Heck, I don't even remember which one it was. Anyway, Bridget got that one, but when I was looking at the comps on eBay, I checked the PPG site and then I checked the comps, and one was actually signed by Tim Allen at Comic-Con in I want to say California. I could be wrong, but it sold for $70. When normally, you get it for like $6. So, but
Here's one. Here's a Tim Allen signed autographed Mrs. Nesbitt Pop Funko Toy Story. $69.99.
Yeah.
She's cute.
yeah, and they are cute. They're cute little. I mean, I've got a Joker one, and I really like it. I'm like, am I going to sell this? Because I love Batman and the Joker and all that. And I thought, if my daughter sees it, it's not going to end up on eBay. I imagine she's going to say, "Oh, Mom, I want that."
But there's a couple of people that I've watched their YouTube videos, and they've got like a room,
Mhm.
and it's got like 3-inch shelving all the way around it.
Nothing but
nothing but Funko Pops. And and one of them said, he was talking about his collection, and he said, and this hole right here is for the Charlie Brown Christmas, Funko Pop, and this one down here is, Alan from the Thunderbird Funko Pop. I mean, he just knew what every hole was for.
Yeah, some people just collect all of them because they like them. Me personally, I just want specific ones for myself. The rest are going to go up for sale on eBay. So
Yeah, I kind of thrown out the idea to a couple of them about coming on, and if they have a list of ones that they're looking for, if they wanted to throw them out, the names out, it'd be they have 25 or 30 people looking for them. So
yeah, they're a neat little toy. I mean,
It's just crazy though, because people used to have a model railroad room or a she shed room with all sorts of.
Now the she shed is a new thing. They didn't have
Yeah.
those in the old days.
Yeah.
they had doll rooms.
and here's
dolls
yeah,
or ceramic dolls or what
Yeah, I don't do doll rooms. Those are creepy.
Yeah, I know dolls are creepy. I didn't play with dolls when I was a little girl.
There's nothing worse than doing a paranormal investigation and you walk into a room that has nothing but dolls in it. Yeah, don't like that.
Oh my
Anyway.
God, there's something at Walmart. Speaking of creepy dolls, they're selling these creepy doll heads that are like got no eyes on them or anything, and then they got them like they look like they got black veins on their face and stuff. They're like $4.98. They're really creepy looking.
I think those are ones you put glow sticks in for Halloween and stick them in.
Maybe I don't know. They're creepy looking.
Here's
Hey,
the Funko Pop. This is the one I got. Isn't he cute?
Oh, the Stay Puft.
Oh, any cool.
Valerie.
He's a toasted marshmallow man. So, but yeah.
Hey,
Cool.
Skinny.
I was at Walmart and I'm like, oh, Jim, look at that. It's a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. And I don't know if it was a Halloween like inflatable decoration or whatever, but it was really cool.
Yeah, I don't even know how old this one is. I think they started like in 2017. I can't remember for sure. Well,
Valerie, if you smell anything wafting around Texas, it's probably Tom.
It's from my house, Valerie.
Poor Todd.
yeah. Yeah, this is from 2014. 2014, that's how old this one is. And I've probably had it for at least 2 years. So there was 2 years it sat on my shelf and I had no idea what it was, other than the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Look, Valerie's doing an unpackaging for us.
Uh-oh.
What you opening over there, Valerie?
I have a bunch of boxes, like auction wins of things I haven't opened yet. This one is from Donatella, an auction win from her. I just figured I'd do it while I was chit-chatting.
Go ahead, show us what you got.
How do you guys not open packages? Like, I hear all kinds of YouTubers and stuff. Yeah, I have a stack of packages I haven't opened yet. As soon as I get something in the mail, I'm opening it.
Yep, me too.
I can't wait.
I still have a package that I won from, I didn't win. It was a subscriber giveaway from Dawn. And it came in the mail. I don't even know where the date is on this thing. It's at least 2 or 3 months old. And I haven't opened part of it yet because I told her I'd do my first live and open that one. But I just haven't done my first live yet.
Well, it's like Bridget today went to her storage unit and pulled out a bag of gold rings. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You got gold rings that you're just sitting in your storage unit?
Yep.
Okay, so what'd you get here? Let's see.
I think this is just going to be brooches.
Brooches.
I have no idea.
Did you say roaches?
Brooches.
Brooches.
Brooches. Okay, so, but I have a jar coming that has coins and jewelry in it, and I don't know what is going to be in it. That should be here any day now.
I would rather have roaches than skunks.
Yeah,
Are these the packages you hide from your husband?
no, these are not the ones. Those are the ones from Goodwill. I don't know if you can even see what I'm doing. I'm just doing this while we're talking. I don't want to interrupt your show.
Oh. Now we want to
You're
see what
not
you got.
interrupting anything. Tom is boring. I would rather see what you're getting.
That looks like a
Turtle.
Yeah.
Turtle.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
How do we see just her? Can we do that on here or no?
Do what?
Yeah,
How do you just see her?
Oh, okay.
I don't think I have very good lighting.
That's not what I want. Hang on a minute.
Yeah,
Hang on a minute.
yeah. All I can see now is Tom's mug.
Oh,
Me too.
no. Hang on a minute. I've just wait a minute. Hang on. Okay, add the stream. There she is.
Okay. You're not successful, Tom.
Okay, I'm not.
Bambers.
Lots of turtles.
Look at all the diamonds and gold dripping off your fingers.
I know.
That's silver.
Silver's good.
Yeah, I like silver. Okay, well, if you want to see that, I've been buying some silver lots too. But this
Wow.
I haven't seen.
Okay, Tom, we're back to your ugly mug.
Somebody click on. Do y'all have the little selections for camera angles down right below the main screen? Like
I don't know.
I got share screen, Lead Studio.
okay, that's all the way down at the bottom.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Do share screen. Oh no, that's share screen. Never mind. I don't have none of that because I'm on my phone.
Hit share screen, Valerie.
Okay.
Yeah, but wouldn't that share her computer screen?
Well, I don't want to do that. Yeah, that's
Well, yeah,
Take the
it
porn
would.
off. Take the porn off your screen before you share it.
Yeah.
nope.
How about that? How
There
about
you
that?
go.
There it is.
Okay, I got you. Sergey, you in the kitchen?
Okay. Oh, crud. I got grossing. Too close
It's the
up.
back of an
there.
apple.
Yeah,
That's
but it's
a
got a
like
name at the top. I don't know.
I can't remember.
Apple back.
Apple bottom jeans, boots.
Pastelli. It's Pastelli, whatever that is.
That's
That's
different.
That's a brooch. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
That is different.
Sure
It
enough.
says, oh, it's Napier. That's a Napier, I don't know how to say it.
But you got it from Donatello?
Yeah,
Is that clown?
they're wrapped really well.
That's cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to work this camera thing.
You're doing good.
I don't see anything on the back. But clown.
It's neat though.
Okay, hurry up. I'm getting bored.
Okay.
Dang God.
I still like the turtle.
This one has initials on the back, but I don't know what it is.
It's an angel. What do you
I
mean
don't know
you
what it
don't know
is. I
what
mean, I don't know what the initials are. LC or something like that.
Let's see.
And Ansley says that's a pretty nail color you have on, by the way.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Shut up, Todd.
Good for jumping out of airplanes with another turtle.
Oh, that's
Ooh, that
cool.
one's pretty.
I really like that one.
Okay, that's cool bling. Okay, next.
Y'all bling. Okay, I don't know.
That was neat.
I
Okay,
started to
flowers.
take Todd. She knows where you live at. You live back up, but then again, she's not going to come where you live at right now.
Okay, sunflower. Yay. Okay, next.
Sunflower.
This must be
Okay,
the flower brooch.
another flower brooch. Yay. Okay, next.
What is that?
Okay, weird looking lady chick thing.
Hmm.
Hey, Nikki, are you still here?
She was.
I think she got bored and left.
Okay, what? Okay,
Yeah, I'm still here.
trees with.
Get mine.
Birds in a tree.
Are you still in offensive tractor memes?
You know what it says on the back, Todd?
Yeah, I'm still a member of that.
Go look at it. There's a real funny one they put up like 5 hours ago. It's
Yeah.
this guy standing with no shirt on, but I think you'll relate to it. It's called
95,
Tractor
called
Show
again?
Character of the Day.
Oh, does that say 925?
right
I
there.
can't share. Oh, maybe I can tag you in it.
That's awesome. Look at that.
Oh, yeah, I
There's
can.
the
I
real
forget, what is it
silver right
called?
there.
No, I tagged you in it. It should show up in your
No,
notifications.
go back to the
right?
silver. Don't put that one down. That's real silver. So don't put that down. That's your prize piece right there.
Mhm.
It's pretty.
Oh, forget pretty. It's silver.
It's worth money.
It's also got a little symbol down there. I don't know. Could be artisan made or something. I don't know. Uh-oh. I dropped-
Throw the rest of those away and keep the silver one.
That's funny.
Oh my.
That's funny, Tara.
Did you see it? I thought of you when I saw it.
What is that? It's like a chick with wobbly legs.
Yeah.
She's a shopper. There's no
It's a-
shopping.
That reminds me of my wife.
Oh, I'm gonna have to send this one to you then. Her hair is
How do
pretty
you
wild.
spell alders? Does anybody know how to spell alders?
ALDERS.
A-L-D-A, or is it A-D-L-E-R-S?
ALDERS.
Oh, okay.
There's a
Oh,
rose.
yeah, the all,
A
not
rose
ab.
by any other name would not smell as sweet.
I don't see a name on it.
I don't remember seeing all these sterling silver rings on you when you jumped out of that airplane.
I'm not wearing my Jordan.
Well, she didn't want to have all that extra weight on her. You know, it did just pull her to the ground faster.
I know when she was spinning around and got so sick.
Oh, that's cute. No dragonfly.
A dragonfly. Yeah, boring. Okay,
Maggie
next.
Doodle, like Maggie, was it the little shopping lady? You think you said? Oh, she's adorable.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, with the hair.
Yeah.
What about her?
Maggie said she's adorable.
Oh, Maggie.
Yeah.
So where'd you get all these pieces from?
Donatella. She does auctions on My Grapevines for You. About 4 days a week.
Oh, that's pretty.
And she's the one I have the jar coming from that came out of storage unit. And it has some money in it. I mean, coins. This is pretty.
It's so sparkly.
Mhm.
That's blingy.
I like that one. That's pretty. Okay, that's it. Oh no, there's one more. Yeah, she does whatever the price of the bidding is, she pays for shipping. So I think this,
Oh, nice.
this whole lot here was like $40 and included shipping.
Wow.
Mm.
Yeah,
And you got that sterling piece with it? That's
Yep.
awesome.
yeah, and then the jar that I'm getting, she said there is some sterling in there too.
Mm.
And then I got from Goodwill the other day, I got a couple of lots of rings for like 10, I think it was like 10 rings for $75 in there. I have those in the other room. One of these, this was in there. That one was in there, and that
I
one
mean-
was.
Wow. Good.
Why can I not find the fripling?
Another turtle.
I'm trying to go fast so I didn't get too bored.
This is her channel.
Another turtle.
Is it My Grapevines for You? Is that what you have up there?
No, I just had her regular channel.
She was doing an auction tonight, I think, wasn't she?
Yeah, she did, but it was another person doing it. The Hale, what is it? HALES, George Hale.
Oh, what the hells?
What the hell? They were doing an auction tonight on her channel.
Mm.
But anyway, that's her link. If y'all not,
I don't know that. I don't know what that is. Is that Massimo? Oh yeah, it could be. Yeah, because that's her son's name. I don't know. I didn't click on it.
okay. Well,
It probably is right. That's probably right. I like that one too. Pretty.
y'all, if you're interested in her auctions, and she does just buku jewelry and clothes and all that kind of stuff.
There's plush, a lot of plush.
Yeah.
Tonight they were doing a lot of knives, and they had a Disney lot that they were doing.
So if you go over there and subscribe to her, tell her I sent you.
Yeah.
So you want to open another box, or y'all want to talk?
Yeah. Donatella does the handing. I mean, showing the merchandise, and P, she actually does the announcing and the auctioning part of it. Are you done?
Yeah, I'll stop her now. I might do.
Okay, I think you rushed her, Tom.
No, I wasn't trying to rush her.
No, look, I got boxes and boxes of unopened stuff down here, but I'll wait and do it on another time.
Well, you need to start doing some lives and
Yeah, I
Yeah.
will. I will.
Even if you don't want to do lives, at least do videos.
Yeah.
I've done a couple videos, not long ones, just little bitty ones.
there you go. I found everybody. But that's cool. But yeah, if y'all were into clothes and jewelry and all that kind of girly stuff, Lord have mercy. She does do a few men's clothing lots, but she does like lots of clothes. So, yeah, that's she does a lot of storage auctions and storage locker auctions, and that's how she gets rid of it.
Yeah.
But oh my God, Valerie ever gets down to Texas, she and Valerie will be buying storage lockers
I doubt it.
and then fighting over who gets what.
Yeah.
And then one of them will go, "It's time for us to go jumping out of a plane again." No, not until everybody cools off.
I could see that happening again. The next time I'm gonna take Dramamine. Oh,
Yeah, I
well,
don't like flying, so there's no reason for me to fly and then jump out of the plane. Oh my God, I'd die.
You don't like to fly?
I hate flying.
I love to fly.
I don't like the feeling when we leave the earth. I can handle the being in the air. It's that the like takeoff feeling. The landing isn't so bad as the takeoff. I don't like. Didn't you ever hear about the time me and Jim were flying home when Katrina was hitting New Orleans, and we were leaving Florida, and there was like a hairdressers convention. And so I don't like to sit by the window, so I made Jim sit by the window, and I'm sitting next to him, and then there's a guy sitting next to me that's a hairdresser, and he had the most beautiful hair. He looked like Bon Jovi or something, you know. And when they turn the air conditioners on, it makes like a mist, and I'm like, oh my God, there's smoke coming out. I'm like, oh, Jim, you should say something to the stewardess. Because I had this where I got sent on this bus tour once where the bus burnt down and stuff. I'm like, you should say something to the tourists because, you know, we could be on fire. So this gay hairdresser next to me is like looking at Jim. Yes, you should say something. I hate flying. Oh, I can't take it. And he's like carrying on and I'm carrying on. And Jim's like, oh my God, I could kill both of you.
He's like treating me like he's my second wife. Like I gotta take care of him too.
He did
Well,
have
Jimmy's
beautiful
got your
hair,
hair
but
done,
they-
He
Pete.
did have exquisite hair.
Yeah, he looked like Bon Jovi, but he had like this perfect like rocker Bon Jovi hair that was like feathered perfect and everything. I mean, it was exquisite.
Tell Jim to come back to the camera.
He don't have no shirt on.
Okay, well, come close enough he can hear me.
Oh, Tom wants to tell you something.
I hate flying because there's never enough room. I'm 6 foot tall.
Oh, and this is when United was doing that TED thing, which I don't think they do anymore. It was like, Ted wants you to be safe. Ted wants you to eat one bag of peanuts. Ted wants you not to use the bathroom. It was so annoying. Anyway, go ahead.
You there, Jim?
Yep.
I don't want to hear the word exquisite come out of your mouth again.
I don't know. Maybe okay, resplendent. I don't know how else to describe it.
Lost
It
your
was
man
like
card.
frosted.
Dan.
Just don't use exquisite describing somebody's hair.
His hair was perfect. I'll give it that.
Okay, that'll work. That'll work.
Perfect. That's funny.
You were outgunned. I mean, 5, maybe 10 to 1 with this hairdresser convention. If you were straight, you just kept your mouth shut about it. Because you're definitely the minority.
Marie, are you talking about the guy on the airplane? So Maggie will be over at Marie's channel. Maggie will be over at Donatella's the next time because she loves the bling.
Oh no, I created not conflict, but competition.
Yeah. I assumed that I assumed like Maggie and the other ones that buy all the jewelry and stuff were subscribed to her channel or watched her channel with all those damn auctions she does.
I don't know. There's only a couple people bidding against tonight. Depends on what day, because she does it several different days, and she doesn't always have jewelry.
Yeah. Chick Picker says Ted can go jump out the plane. Todd, you need to, instead of flying coach, you need to fly first class. You'll have plenty of room.
There you go. I've only flown like 4 times in my life, I think.
Yeah, I haven't flown very much either.
I'd love to fly.
The last time I flew was that one, and that was when Katrina was in the Gulf. It hadn't hit New Orleans yet, but it was going to, because we had to fly up the eastern seaboard. And so anytime there was turbulence, this guy was just like a cat on a roof. He's just like, oh, oh.
I flew a couple years ago when we bought our truck. We flew down to Texas to buy our truck, but
Tom,
otherwise,
I'm too
all my
cheap
flying
to
was
go
done
with
when I.
that uppity class.
Otherwise, the only time I flew was when I worked for a truck driving.
Probably the second time I flew commercial, I was flying to Dallas, and the coach was full of Boy Scouts.
Oh God.
And so we were about to pull away back away from the gate, and the flight attendant came by and she said, "Are you with all these young men?" And I said, "No, ma'am." She said, "You can move up to the first class section." And she went through and she went. There wasn't very many people that was not part of the Boy Scout group, and she moved us all up to the first class section, and I like that. There was plenty of room. But the boys were good. They weren't loud or rowdy or anything like that, you know. Maggie, honey, you're young, you're beautiful. Those other angels will be jealous if you get there too soon. So they're not going to let nothing happen to you. Man, you haven't flown until you've flown in like a 172 or a 150.
No. No way, Kimosabi.
The-
When I'm in the air, I don't want to feel anything. I just want to I would and I don't like to take drugs, but when I fly, that would be the only time I'd want to take some kind of drug, I don't know, to relax myself and just pretend I'm not flying at all.
4 shots of tequila.
I don't think that'd be strong enough. I need something like Valium or something. I'm a real chicken shit about flying.
No, that's the only way to go. That's the only way to travel. Let me clarify that. Well, Maggie, leave the damn gun at home and the pocket knife. She says, I'm worried about going through security. I always get pulled out for the body scanner. So leave all that kind of stuff at home, hon. Don't be taking your shurikens on there.
Maggie.
You know, she's our little Mary Sunshine.
I love Maggie.
She's a hoot. My friend's son, they went to Hawaii, and his son was going through this goth stage. And he took off his belt and put it in the little pan and sent it through. Well, the belt had shurikens. You know, those are the throwing stars like the ninjas use.
Oh.
They popped right off the damn belt. You push the center of it and it would release it. I'm thinking, oh my God, boy, that's real security going there.
Huh.
Yeah.
They let it go through?
Yeah. They didn't
Wow.
even look, they just looked at, as the bucket went through, they looked at it. That's it. They didn't pick it, they just handed it to him and said, put your stuff, get your stuff.
Huh.
I don't know whether I've been through a body scanner or not. I don't think so.
Well, we were flying out of Florida. I think you're supposed to be there an hour before your flight leaves, or an hour and a half. And we came 45 minutes before our flight leaves, and we're like, "Yeah, we're a little late." She goes, "Well, you're not gonna get through security in time," because then we had to wait, and we were supposed to leave at let's say 5, and we ended up leaving at 11:30 at night. She's like, "We won't get through," and Jim's like, "No, it's no problem. I know my way around. We'll be able to get through." She goes, "Not now. You get 3 red S's, so you have to go through the hard security checks." Anyway, and I remember because I laughed because he had these suitcases where he had bought all these samurai swords at the flea market down there or whatever, but because he didn't take them on with him, it wasn't too big a deal. But he's got these bags of these samurai swords back there.
They had to split up her bags because one bag was too heavy.
Oh yeah, because you had computers and samurai
So
swords.
right there in front of the airport counter, I'm gonna unzip this huge duffel bag, and we're taking swords and knives out of one bag and putting them in the other. And the lady behind the counter just gave me the 3 red S's, maybe I shouldn't have been so smart.
Well, unless you think you're going to be a ninja or something, what are you going to do?
Yeah, she was real sassy. She's like, "Well, you won't make it now." Stamp, stamp, stamp. She's got a grin on her face, like it was a joke or something. We were stuck in that airport for 4 hours.
Oh yeah, weren't we supposed to leave at 5 and we left at midnight or something?
We almost fell asleep driving home because we got it back to O'Hare so late.
Anyway, it was a longer flight because we had to go over the Carolinas because Katrina was hitting New
It
Orleans.
was just hilarious.
So
I just thought it was just so funny that she gave me the security risk things. I thought that was just great. Nice.
And we were stacked over Chicago. I hate that where you have to circle the airport waiting for your turn to land. I hate that.
Maggie says, my knee sets off the metal detector, which puts me in the scanner. The scanner always shows suspicious volume, which puts me into a pat down. I had more TSA agents hands down my pants.
Maggie, get a card from your doctor. You
Yeah,
get a card from your doctor.
Or you're supposed to say, "Whoa, cowboy! Whoa!
Buy me dinner first.
Any more patting, and you're gonna have to buy me dinner."
mhm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, my back sets off the airport alarms.
I remember right when they had they first started doing the body scan, and there had a big to do. This lady, her daughter had to go through, and she was like 6, and the TSA agent was like an older woman, and but the mother was having a fit because her daughter was being sexually assaulted.
wow.
And I'm thinking, when you take your little daughter and go to the back of the plane, I mean, you go to the back of the line, because you're not going to get on this plane if you don't go through it.
Well, yeah, I think I'm going to get off here. I've been up since 4:30.
Oh, thank you for coming on, Laurie. Thank you for talking about the Funko Pops.
No problem.
Keep us
Yeah.
keep us current on what's going on.
Plan to.
The only one of us that actually said something worth a shit.
Hey.
Todd had a good story.
Before
Yeah.
you started, I was talking business. I was talking about those damn Monopoly games.
Oh, okay. Not to buy them or what?
Well, the Millenniums, the Walmart I went into had at least 50 because I counted that many, and they had more. I just quit counting at about 50. But they're supposed to be getting in a bunch of the Ms. Monopoly games.
Mm.
So I don't know how many. I don't know whether that's going to be the big seller or not.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be like last year with the millennial one.
Well, I will see you all tomorrow. So
Thank you, Laurie.
All right, have a good night, Lori.
good night, everybody.
Good night,
Lori.
Lori.
Good night.
But it's but I like flying. Here's a story for you. I was flying home from Dallas, a different trip, and there was a young man who was about 12 years old sitting beside me. You know, he had the little badge around his neck. And, you know, he acted like he was a little stressed out because it was rough as a cob that night. There was a lot of turbulence. And I said, "Are you okay?" And he said, "Yes, sir." And I said, "Where are you headed to?" And he said, "San Diego." And I said, "Really?" I reached up and hit the little button on the, to call the flight attendant. And she came over and I said, "Excuse me, this young man just told me that he was headed to San Diego. And we're going to land in Charlotte in about an hour and a half." And her face went completely white.
Oh boy.
And in a few minutes, the head flight attendant came back and she said, "Can I see your ticket, please?" And he handed her the ticket, and she says, "Okay, no problem." Well, I got to go to and finally the turbulence finally calmed down, and I went to the bathroom, and on the way back up the aisle, the head flight attendant said, "He's on the wrong plane."
Oh,
I said, I kind of assumed that when he said he was headed to San Diego, and he's on one side of the country, and his mom and daddy's waiting for him on the other side of the country.
oh, wow.
Only I wasn't saying it loud, we were kind of whispering about it. And she said, "I've already informed the pilot, and the pilot has talked to our corporate, and they're arranging for accommodations for him in Charlotte, and that his parents have been notified." And I said, "You want to take him to a hotel?" She said, "Oh no, there'll be a guard outside his room all night long." I said, really? She says, oh, yes, somebody messed up big time.
Wow.
Oh my God, can you imagine being those poor parents still waiting for your kid to get off that plane and he don't get off?
Mm.
Well, when I got back up there, the co-pilot had come to the back and was talking to him and said, somebody put you on the wrong plane. And the kid was already really nervous about it. So I said, let's call your parents. And I picked up the flight phone and stuck my credit card in it and said, call your mama.
Oh.
Talked to him for a few minutes, and then talked to her for a few minutes, and to his dad for a few minutes, and then I spoke to his dad. He said, my dad wants to talk to you. And he said, just, write your name down and an address, and we'll give you your money back for this flight call. And I said, nah, don't worry about it.
Mm.
And, I said, I just wanted to get home safely.
How old was he?
About 12.
Oh, jeez. Poor little guy.
And so, but as I was leaving the plane, I walked off the plane with him, and then there was a flight, not a flight attendant. Well, she might have been, but she was with corporate. And then there was a guy in a suit.
Hmm.
And she said, I'm so-and-so, and we're going to have to check you into a hotel tonight. We'll get you on a plane first thing in the morning to San Diego. And he looked at me and kind of like frowned. And I said, hey, dude, you going to stay in a hotel room, make them buy you dinner. And I bet you, I said, I'll bet you fly first class tomorrow.
Yeah.
And he said, really? I said, I bet you do. and he walked, they walked out off, and that flight attendant said, yep, he will be flying first class. Or he'll be sitting in the front in the cockpit in the jump seat with the flight crew. She said, but he will be on his way to San Diego at 7:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
But she said that they would have a because of his age, they would have a female guard inside the room with him all night. And then there would be another guard on the outside. And I said, do you do this all the time? She says, we don't. She said, this is maybe the second time I've ever heard of a child being put on the wrong plane. And not the parents putting him on the wrong plane. When little kids fly by themselves, they escort them to the right gate. The staff escorts them to the right gate. The dad sounded really pissed off on the phone, and I don't blame him. Because
I would never let my kids on a plane by themselves. I don't care how good the staff is or whatever. That just, I had my husband's aunt said, oh yeah, you could send the girls down here. They can fly by themselves. Absolutely not. Way.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't send her.
I don't hold it against anybody that does. I'm just saying, for me, nope. I would not let my girls do that.
A buddy of mine, his wife was Australian, and she passed away. His kids were I think his youngest one was about 13, and the oldest one was about 16 or 17. And after the last day of school, he would take them to the airport, and they would fly from Charlotte to Sydney, Australia by themselves. Grandma would be waiting for him when they get there. Usually about halfway during the summer, he would fly out there for a couple of weeks and then come back. And then Grandma would put him on the plane, and they would fly from Sydney back to Charlotte. And they would have to change planes in Los Angeles. Never had a problem. I don't think somebody was paying attention with that kid that was supposed to be in San Diego.
Yeah, I don't care if it was Jesus Christ himself putting my kid on that plane. I wasn't letting him go. I did let them go to, Granny went to Disney World with school, but she was with chaperones and the teacher and everything else. And then Amanda went to the Bahamas with her class, but there was a lot of people on there that I knew and trusted, and
Oh my gosh, children on a flight are probably the most protected people on the universe.
I suppose.
You said Bahamas. You think I have a new subscriber, and she's a cruiser. She and her husband do a lot of cruisers, and she found my channel because she searched and found my videos on the Bahamas. Anyway, they got back. They were supposed to get back to Orlando when the last Dorian was going through Florida, and the captain came online and said, "I'm sorry, folks, but we're going to have to delay you or extend your cruise a day."
Wow.
So they did this big old loop out around the islands back into Orlando, and they got to Orlando right. I mean, the hurricane had already moved on out.
Lucky them.
Well, not really, because their children were supposed to start school that day.
Lucky for the kids.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. But they're from over in Greenville, South Carolina, which is about 2 hours away from us, down 85. She says, "We're going to have to do a big group cruise." I said, "Sign me up or sign us up."
We're going in November.
Where are you going?
Cozumel and some other place. But we're going to take a different cruise line. We have always gone on Disney. I mean, not Disney, on Carnival.
Uh-huh.
And like since the kids were babies or whatever. So, but I have we're going to go on Royal Caribbean this time.
Are you going on the old people's cruises?
Yeah, I know. I normally don't. Like, this will be the first time we've ever tried it. Well, I have an $800. It's either $800 or $900 that they're sending back for the points on my card, and the whole cruise is going to cost $1,200 for two of us to go.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, so that's why we're trying it out. I'm saving my Carnival points because I want to do an Alaskan one next year.
That ain't gonna happen.
Why?
You're gonna have to book for 20. You're gonna have to start booking for 2021.
Really? Already?
Yeah,
That sucks.
2020 book. I mean, the next year is usually sold out because they have such a limited number of cruises up there.
I didn't know that. I'm glad you said that. Because I do want to go next year, so I'm wondering if they have anything available next year.
You better check.
I will. Now that you said that.
Just drive up there and jump in the ocean. What's the difference?
You know, this guy that my brother did work for, he sold a couple of backhoes to this guy in Alaska, and he's like, "Oh, my wife's wanting to go to Alaska. We'll just deliver them." So they drive across the United States from Charlotte to that place that's right inside the state line where they had, the Canadian line where they had the Olympics at. And then they drove this road up the coastline. And he said, you'd be driving along and all of a sudden you'd be on gravel. And then a little while later, you'd be back up on asphalt.
Oh my goodness.
He said by the time he finally got to where he was going to Fairbanks, he said his wife was ready to kill him.
I can imagine.
She was like, "I'm flying home. You can take the damn truck out." Which it would be a low boy empty, which, they bang to damn death when they don't have anything on it.
Actually, I'd love to go see Alaska before I die.
Speaking of dying, I better go to bed and sleep a skunk smell.
All
You
right.
can smell it?
Good night, Tom or Todd.
I can
Glad I
still
gave you
smell
that
it.
exit, Todd.
All right.
What are you yelling at me for, Valerie?
That's what I want to do is fish in Alaska.
See y'all in the morning.
Good night.
See you, Todd.
Good night.
Valerie, there's a link. If you're going to yell at me, come here and tell me what I did.
Nikki, what are you doing?
Huh?
What are you doing?
Oh, I took a piece of candy out of a package.
Well, I mean, are you just are you doing something right now? Are you listing or?
No.
Hmm.
I'm just sitting here talking to you guys.
Poor Todd. I feel for him by the skunk stuff.
I
Oh, yeah,
feel more
no.
sorry for Gwen.
That would stink, literally.
Is Gwen going to work tomorrow?
No.
No.
It's still that bad?
Oh, yeah.
She got sent home today from school because she stunk so bad, poor thing.
Well, I know, but I didn't know if it was still that bad.
Oh, yeah.
No, it takes a long time to get that off.
Oh no.
I feel so bad for her.
I do too, poor
I
thing.
mean, I feel bad for both of them, but to be sent
Yeah.
home from school because you stink.
Yeah.
You know they're gonna buy like stuff. They're gonna buy stuffed skunks and stuff and put it on her desk and all kinds of.
It's not there. The kids hadn't got there yet.
Yeah, they're
Thank
gonna call it
God.
stinky and.
Bless her heart. I hate it for her.
Yeah.
And hopefully when they come and say, "Where's Mrs. Gwen?" they just said that she was ill.
Okay. We didn't have to have a passport for Mexico. We didn't have to have one for the Bahamas.
No, we didn't have to have one for the Bahamas either.
A passport?
Yeah.
Yeah, or
My
Mexico.
daughter did. She had to have a passport card.
Not when you go on a cruise. Because you leave the port in the United States and you come back to the United States.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was on a cruise, a Bahama cruise
Wow. We didn't
with her
need
school. And this was 6 years ago, 5 years ago.
They didn't. Well, if you got one, that's good to have. I mean, it just makes things a lot easier.
Well, they said she had to have one.
Well,
She couldn't go.
all we had to do is have birth certificate, driver's license.
Yeah.
I went to get my new driver's license here in Kentucky, and I'm like, well, can I get the star driver's license? You know, the ones you can like fly or whatever. And they're not doing it here yet. I'm like, well, what good does that do me?
No.
Because you have to have your birth certificate and stuff. I'm
Right.
like, well, can I get my star license right away? Oh no, we're not doing that yet. I'm like,
When I had to get a new one, no, I didn't. I had to take them to get their permits renewed, and while I was there, I just took all my stuff and got the one for the star license.
well, I wanted to get it. Couldn't do it.
I mean, it makes it a lot easier.
Well, you're gonna need it to fly. Isn't that like
Yeah.
next year or the year after?
Yeah. I bought this thing of cinnamon candy that goes on top of cakes because they had a clearance at Food Lion. So I bought one just to check to see how much it was selling for, because sometimes you can either lot them up and they'll go for some good money. Well, they're not. So I've sat here and ate a damn container of those things. My poop will probably be red tomorrow.
Well, you'll smell like cinnamon though, so you got that going for you.
Send some of those to Todd.
Well, y'all, it has been 2 hours and a half. It's 11.
Yeah. The conversation's running dry.
Huh?
The conversation's running dry.
No, I'm about to go to sleep. I'm tired because I have to get up at 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna sit and work on my diamond painting a little while longer.
Oh, which one you working on?
It's this one. Let me see if you can see it. I'm bad with the backwards thing here.
That's okay.
Can you see that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's Jack Sparrow,
Right?
and that's that dude that has where his head is like falling apart, or
Right.
whatever. But it's supposed to look like that whenever I'm done.
Cool.
Stop.
But it's the size. This thing is the size of as tall as me almost.
Wow.
Yeah, it's gonna take me a year to do it, I think.
Roberta made me did a Starry Night one for me because that's my favorite painting. Is a Starry Night, and she did one of those. She's got about 6 or 8 of them laying that she's completed over here on her desk.
Mm-hmm.
She'd sit there and she'd work them, and then she stopped doing them for a while, and then she'd go start doing them again.
Angie, Mike's daughter, Mike, the rolling picker.
Uh-huh.
Angie, she does almost every Thursday night. They do diamond painting, where they go online for a couple hours and do that. And I didn't get to get on there tonight, and that's about the only time I do it because I don't
Sorry,
have time.
Peaches. Sorry, Peaches. Sorry.
Dang, it's about time.
She's over there doing this, and I'm like, who the hell's having to see?
I was like, yeah, he probably can't even see me, and there's probably people going by looking like, what is she doing? She's on crack.
Peaches. Is that your new name?
Oh, I got so many.
Peaches.
Peaches.
That's her nickname.
That's one of them.
Peaches. Oh boy, that's good.
I always said if I was going to be a stripper or whatever, that would be my stage name.
Peaches. Oh, Lord have mercy.
That's
Maybe I'll be.
How y'all doing?
All right.
good.
It's kind of sicky today.
Uh-oh.
But
Sticky.
I'm better now. I just kind of had a sicky feeling.
You not feeling good?
I wasn't today. No, I wasn't. But I did DoorDash and Instacart today. But
Oh,
Oh, you're back on the DoorDash?
yeah, mowing's slowing down now.
I suppose it's getting that time of year.
I got to work all weekend mowing because it rained. It rained most of the week this week.
Well, you know what the fall brings? Those fall blowjobs.
Yep.
And there it goes.
Those leaves start falling. You gotta go get those blowers going.
We don't do blowjobs.
Well, what do you do with the leaves if you're in the lawn care business?
We just do the schools don't care about the leaves. They just want their
Oh.
lawns cut.
Well, see, when I was helping that lady, we had all these rich lake people who didn't want any leaves in their yard, so we'd have to blow them off and get them out of there.
Yeah, we do residentials, which are like apartment buildings and stuff. They don't care about their leaves either. It's all low income, so they don't care. As long as the grass is cut once a week, that's all they care about.
No, we had a bunch that cared about the leaves.
you're not right.
Oh, Valerie, you got me in the mood. I seen you with your jewelry, and I thought, I wonder what's on Shop Goodwill.
I know.
Mhm.
I didn't get anything though. No.
I
Oh,
can't.
I'll have to tell my nephew to put that on his advertisement. Blowjobs available. See how many
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll give him some new clients.
Well, does he
Definitely.
even have a blower? Does he even have a blower?
Yeah, he's got Nikki.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's got Nikki.
Sorry.
Nikki.
Oh
Well, she
Lord.
did have that. She did have that 900 number, so she might be good at it.
Hey, there you go. There you go.
Oh my god. You look
Oh,
crazy.
Lord. Y'all are just not right.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, you hang around with us, so you're just as naughty.
What time? Don't they blow leaves in North Carolina?
Yeah, they do, and they rake too.
No, well, I don't rake, but you should. But yes, you can have the leaf blow job.
I mulch those suckers.
I'm going to tell Noel that lives across the street. He has a big lawn service. He must have about 6 or 7 crews now. I'm gonna say, hey, these girls from up north was wanting to know whether you did blowjob.
We have a lawn vacuum also.
Yeah. And they make some really big lawn vacuums too, like that hook up to the back of your tractor.
Yeah, I have one.
Yeah.
The blower still does a better job because, like where I was from, you have a lot of pine trees with pine needles. Then
Right.
you can get down in that grass and get all that small stuff blown up.
Yeah.
Now, do you have any pine needles on the farm you have now?
No, they planted a white pine here, and I think Jim's gonna cut it down. He goes, "I want no stupid, ugly old white pine in the yard." Obviously, these people aren't used to them down here, so. But I mean, we have a lot of them where I'm from. No, there's not. So I guess there's that pine tree that they planted here, but I don't think there's any up in the woods. It's all hardwoods. It's a lot of walnuts and maples, and there's a big chestnut grove up there where there's like 6 or 8 chestnut trees, and I don't know, those kind. Like they got these things. They're called tulip poplars here. They're like a ginormous poplar tree. I'm trying to think. They got like different trees we don't have, like pawpaws. We got pawpaws, which I guess are some kind of fruit or something. You got those by you, Tom?
I've heard of them, but I don't know what they really look like.
Yeah, it's some kind of like fruit that they grow that you can eat.
Right.
They call it a pawpaw?
Yeah, it's like PAW.
Yeah, that's what my kids call my dad.
I know, like one of the Hatfields or McCoys were like tied up in the pawpaw trees and killed or something.
Okay, wow. Eesh. Valerie, did you tell Todd about
Were
not
they
doing the listing challenge?
the Hatfields and McCoys? Were they in Kentucky?
No, not
Yeah,
yet.
Kentucky.
I thought they were out in Western United States.
No, they were like Eastern Kentucky and West Virginia.
Yeah. Hillbillies.
I'll message him right now since you said that. Thanks for reminding me.
Well, he'll see you tomorrow.
I know, but I want him to know.
Yeah, he's got to have time to process. He might start crying on.
Well, that'll give him something to talk about tomorrow.
Yeah.
Marie said you can't go to into BC without a passport now. Is that British Columbia?
Yeah, I guess so.
If she's...
Yeah, the Hatfield and McCoy's pawpaw tree incident. After Ellison, I guess he's a Hatfield, was killed, they went and tied 3 McCoys up to the pawpaw trees and shot them. So.
What are you doing in your fur, girl? What have you been into?
She stink?
No, she don't stink. I don't know what she had in it. Look at me. Hey, come here.
People are nuts.
Got cat butt in your face.
You know, during the night she comes in, she gets on the bed, and she comes up. She pats me on the face, and then she wants to go under the covers. So half the time I wake up and there's a cat butt in my face because she's like gone head first under the covers and didn't turn around.
I assume you're not allergic to cats.
If I was, I'd have to just cowboy up and be used to it because I'm not getting rid of my pussycat.
I know you like the pussycat.
Oh, she's my baby. Bridget sent me some pictures of her cat. Would you let go of stuff, please, for God's sake? Was Bridget was trying to work and she was wanting to lay in her lap, and then she was trying to take pictures and she wanted to lay in the middle of her stuff. That she's trying to take pictures of. That's what they do. They keep you young and aggravated.
Yep, and I'm right back where I started.
Yeah. I like dogs too, but dogs are just like children. You have to just take so good care of them.
Well, today Ringo was having some issues when all the storms were coming around, but because he won't leave my side at all.
Who won't?
Ringo.
Oh,
He's so scared. Even with that thunder shirt on, he's just a nervous mess. And then now there's no storms and he's just all laid out, getting his sleep on.
poor baby.
And Elvis too. Elvis, he don't care about storms. I seen that Elvis crane on there. I passed it when I was looking for the link. But I'll have to go back and check that out.
That Elvis what?
The crane. I think it was Tara that sent it to me, right?
Probably was, because I didn't send nothing.
Yeah, it was Tara.
Oh, that Elvis machine. That thing's cool, hey?
I would love something like that.
Oh, yeah. I was looking at coin-op machines in my, I just do a distance near search on eBay. It's like a fortune teller machine, but Elvis, I think he's singing to you.
Mhm. Nice.
It is cool. I never saw anything like it.
Now, Valerie, that'll be difficult to transport when you move to Texas now before you go buy you one.
Yep, that'll be the first one in the trailer. I guarantee you that.
Let's see, where is it located at? What the hell?
I don't know.
It doesn't even say it on the thing.
Cincinnati.
Oh, it's in Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm. No returns.
How far is Cincinnati from you?
For me, 2.5 hours, I think. Because I'm an hour south of Lexington, maybe an hour and 10 minutes. So, and I would say Cincinnati's got to be at least an hour and a half north of Lexington.
It's pretty cool, but nope.
Road trip.
How much they want for it, Marie?
$18.95.
$1,800, not bad.
They don't have they don't have a best offer on it.
Nope. I'd say $10.
I'll give you $100.
Free shipping.
Use that Walmart shipping plan.
You're supposed to make them an offer, and then in the note attached to it, you write, "I'm an old widow woman. This is all I can afford."
Wow.
And it would just make my last few years on Earth just so happy knowing I have an Elvis device, whatever it was.
An Elvis device.
That sounds really weird, Tom. I would not say
I don't know
device.
this device.
That would really just throw it completely off. Yeah, this is definitely a weirdo.
Valerie, I don't think your headset's working.
Mine?
Yeah, I can hear you, but it sounds muffled.
Well, shoot.
Like, you know how it doesn't sound the same. It might be me though.
No,
No,
it's
it's
me.
awful.
It's muffled.
Really? That's
Yeah.
weird.
I
I
would
mean, I
have
can
said
hear
so.
you.
When I say it, she's like, I don't care.
The way she said that, it sounded like a wife talking to their husband. Valerie, your
Huh.
headset's not working. You're muffled. The way Valerie, Texas Val, said that, sounded like she's talking to her husband.
Well, we have an understanding.
Okay.
I don't know why it would be doing that.
It's okay. I can hear you. It just sounds different.
Yeah.
But I'm talking down too, so I don't know.
No, you're muffled a little bit, but we can understand you.
Yeah. It works.
I don't have any problems understanding you. I just want this Joker to pay for these daggum brass couplings so I can get them out tomorrow.
Cufflinks?
Couplings.
Couplings. Oh.
Yeah, they're little brass, like you screw pipes into it and it connects them together.
Oh, okay.
I like to have a bunch more of those things. I got that from govdeals.com. I think I paid $20 for that box of fittings, and I've probably made $1,000 off of them.
Wow.
I like those kind of things.
Well, it's like I bought a bunch of Mary Kay stuff. Well, no, I didn't buy it. It was in a storage locker. And I sold that stuff. I mean, I listed it off because it was quick to list. And I'd sell a couple of pieces a week. And I'm thinking, man, I'd like to have a lot more of this crap to sell. But alas, I can't find anybody that wants to do it.
We did a small engine auction like a couple years ago now, and I bought this box full of these modules. They're for Briggs and Stratton lawn tractor. And I paid like $12 for the box. And when I got done selling them, I think we sold gross $3,800 worth of those modules. I was sad when the last one sold.
Yeah, and I look for that kind of stuff when I'm going to govdeals.com or something like that. Because that's the good stuff to list. Or in my opinion, it is. Well, y'all, I'm going to end the broadcast. Thank y'all all for coming in.
It's bedtime.
Yeah,
It's
Night,
11:30
everybody.
for me
getting pretty darn close.
and Tara.
Lintara. Yeah, I'm on Eastern time.
Yeah, you're on 11:30 now. It's 11, I said
I
11:30
am.
for me, and then I said and Tara.
Yeah, and I
You're on that weird
got
time.
and then I gotta get up and get my kid off to school tomorrow.
What time do you have to get him up?
I think it's up 6:30, I think. And then I have to leave the house at around 7:30 because I gotta have him at school for 8 o'clock.
Our high schoolers start school at 7 o'clock.
Wow.
But tomorrow he gets off at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
On Fridays they get out at 1.
Oh, wow.
Now he loves that.
That's kind of cool, then,
Yeah.
for him.
Yeah, he's really digging that. The 1 o'clock get out on Friday.
Is that just elementary school or is that?
No,
all
I think
three?
it's all the schools. I think it's the district. Yeah, they only go to school on Fridays. They only go till 1.
Ours used to go Monday through Thursday.
Oh,
They go to private school or to public?
Private.
That's what ours went Monday through. When they went to private school, they well, 2 of them went to private school. They only went Monday through Thursday.
Yeah, and I think the last day of school for the school year is May 22nd. Or if I was up in Eagle River, it would be June 8th or 9th, depending on snow days.
So anyway, everybody in the still hadn't hit that damn button. Everybody, in the chat, thank y'all for coming in. I really appreciate it. I hope you found something interesting tonight. If you did, I'm sorry. Tell me what you'd like to hear, and I'll see if I can't put the
We
show.
did get a bit rambling today.
Yeah,
Well, we
all right.
we had
did
some.
good in the beginning, but we got a little rambly. In
Well, you know, that's the way we usually cover stuff in the beginning and then go off the tracks. But anyway, y'all have a good night. Do not forget that Chick Picker has her show tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
8 o'clock Central.
Yeah. So y'all be sure and come in and see her. Say how you do.
If it's still raining, I might be there even.
Woo!
Oh wow!
Bonus.
Whoa.
And
Maybe we'll have some juju tomorrow.
Val, or you work during the day.
Yeah.
I forgot to say, how come you haven't been on our show? But that'd be too much Valerie.
I would cut it, but if the phone rang, I'd have to leave.
Well, just mute it.
Okay. If I'm up, I'll do it.
If you're up, good Lord, girl, do you sleep all day?
She is a night owl.
Yes, I am.
Mm-hmm.
Well, who answers the phone in the morning?
Well, if it rings, I do.
Oh, so if
Well,
it,
she can answer it while she's still in bed.
I sure can. I sure can.
Yeah.
You just clear your throat and put on that sweet voice.
Yep.
but
Nobody will
y'all,
ever know.
Well, sometimes I sound like a dude in the morning, but they don't care. As long as
They don't
somebody
care.
gives them air conditioning.
Maybe they like it better if they think you're a dude.
Yeah, they
Okay.
might.
y'all hold on just a minute. Thank y'all for coming in. See Chick Picker in the morning, and y'all have a great weekend because I won't be on the show tomorrow. And
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
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 okay.